Please subscribe and repost this. Let's make this the #1 sports podcast. We're really doing sports here. Okay? Thank you.
On today's Part of My Take, we have a twofer for the people. We have an awesome interview with our good friend Greg Olsen talking ball. And then we have Goose, the band, really popular band that is going around the country, jam band. They all came in studio. Very fun conversation, a little something different.
Super chill guys.
Yeah, we're going to talk some college football. We're going to talk, are we worried about the Ravens? We got hot seat, cool throne. And then we're going to finish the show with Pardon Your Take. Pardon Your Take from listeners. And it's all brought to you by DraftKings. Your season, your shot. The NFL season is rolling, and every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Every game is another chance to cash in. Don't just watch the action. Win with it. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the unmatched intensity of the NFL right to your fingertips, from first touchdown score to anytime TD props or the thrill of live in-game betting. Every snap is loaded with opportunity. New customers, this one is for you. Bet just $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly, plus score over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. There's some incredible games this weekend. Eagles-Bucks, what's the line in that game? Eagles-Bucks, I heard it's going to be 103 degrees in Tampa Bay.
You want me to, I know what it is.
Say it.
It's Eagles -2.5.
Ooh, okay. Kind of like the Eagles there, although the Bucks are their boogeyman.
Don't forget about the sun.
So your season's heating up. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet, plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings. Your season's heating up. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet, plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Today is Wednesday, September 24th, and the Detroit Lions are going to be just fine because they went into Baltimore on Monday night and they look just as good as ever.
Yeah, they were awesome. And this was a great game. The football was good on Monday night.
Football was great.
We need to remember as we're looking ahead. We always say, like, if you get a bad game, just wait a little bit. The NFL will have a way of figuring out. We'll be rewarded for our patience dealing with the shit if we can get to a good primetime game like this. We actually need to put this one in the spank bank for next weekend.
Yeah.
For next Monday night, because we're going to need it to get through those two doubleheaders that they have next weekend. But, yeah, it was a great game. The Ravens didn't play that bad. It was just the Lions were dominant on defense in terms of sacking Lamar and getting to Lamar. You rarely see people, like, be able to bring Lamar down one-on-one when he's trying to get out of the pocket.
Yeah.
And the Lions were doing that consistently. The Lions' offense is awesome. They're back where they used to be.
Jared Goff.
If you look at Jared Goff's stats since he became a Lion, you could make the argument that statistically he's the best quarterback in the NFL.
He's awesome.
By the stats, by the numbers in terms of like yards, touchdowns, all that stuff, he's awesome. That was great to watch. The aggressiveness from Dan Campbell continues to be awesome.
Well, so I wanted to talk about that because we're going to talk about the Ravens, but I want to give the Lions their flowers. I don't know if you had the same thought, but when it was 4th and 2 with 2 minutes left, I would have been. It's like everything is flipped now. I would have been stunned, floored, jaw on the floor if they didn't go for it.
Yeah. And
like they went to a commercial break. I was like, of course they're going to go for this.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. They're going to win the game. That's what Dan Campbell's going to do every time. If you don't know Dan Campbell by now, you'll never understand the man. And he is quietly a nerd. He does he's like the worst type of nerd for nerds because they're like, this guy is not allowed to use our data and be so smart because he's also a tough guy and an alpha male and the classic central casting football coach.
Yep.
He doesn't just go with his gut. He actually goes with the numbers. And the numbers have it. Every single time Dan Campbell goes for it on a fourth down, it's not because he's in like fuck it mode. I'm Dan Campbell. I've got a wad of chew in my cheek the size of Texas. It's Dan Campbell, the thinking man's Dan Campbell.
Yes.
And it was, I think, a plus 2% win probability, which isn't a lot. That's pretty much one of those toss-up situations. But it was still like leaning towards going for it being the smart call. And with that offense and with Jared Goff and St. Brown, you go for that every time if you can.
And the genius of that play is the tiny details of what the Lions are. They have a bunch of wide receivers, specifically Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is awesome in the run game in terms of blocking. And that play was set up to look like a run where the defensive holding, which they didn't even need because it ended up working, but the defensive holding is because Amon-Ra St. Brown was doing what you'd think in a run play where he is blocking and then he slips out and gets free. And like, so that all is built up in how they play football and how their wide receivers are willing to block without the rock. And the Lions are really good. And I agree with you. I don't know if the Lions like did something different or practiced something different, but it felt like for the first time in a long time, I was watching a defense be able to get to Lamar and also not even like this. He was sacked a bunch and Aiden Hutchinson was an absolute beast. He is fully back. But the way they were able to trip him up a bunch, where it's like even when he was scrambling, they were able to, I don't know if they specifically practiced, like just go for his feet the whole time, get his feet, because it felt like they did that multiple times where we're used to Lamar getting free and they were able to take a dive at his feet and trip him up and sack him from behind. And I don't know what the Ravens were doing. I feel like I'm kind of sick of the Ravens.
So I think the Ravens are a good football team, but this was a playoff type loss for the Ravens. You could see this exact same game plan working its way out in January at some point. So it's like the Ravens are a great team and they'll beat a lot of teams this year. They'll have a great record. But do you trust the Ravens?
Yeah.
Do you trust them?
I don't.
I do not trust the Ravens.
They keep doing the things that drive me insane with the Ravens. They are so good. Lamar is so good. Derrick Henry in short yardage situations on the goal line just doesn't work. I don't know why they keep doing it.
Is he not a good short yardage runner?
Yeah, the take has been there for a long time on this show.
So he also just has a fumbling problem right now.
All right.
He's fumbled 3 times on 43 touches in 2025. If you look through the course of his career, he's had like maybe one season where he had 6 fumbles, one where he had 5, but most of them are like 2 fumbles a year, 3 fumbles a year.
Yeah, he's not a fumbler.
He's not a fumble guy. There are fumble guys. Ramondre Stevenson is a fumble guy.
All right. Remember Tiki Barber was a fumble guy?
He's a fumble guy.
And then he learned how to hold it high and tight. I actually don't, as unfortunate as it was for Derrick Henry to fumble again in a big moment, that one was just an incredible play by Aiden Hutchinson. I think 99% of the running backs fumble on that.
Well, it's a great play by Ed Oliver, too.
Right. So it's like, is it a fumble problem or are they just making incredible plays? Because that Aiden Hutchinson play was incredible. I mean, he came from behind and punched it out so perfectly that I think most guys do fumble in that situation. It just happens that the Ravens have played 2 primetime games and we've had 2 very notable fumbles from Derrick Henry. He fumbled in the second game as well. But those stick with you. So I don't know if it's a Derrick Henry fumble problem. I'm just more like, I don't know what the Ravens, like Lamar was getting sacked.
The problem with Derrick Henry's fumbles are he's so deep in the fumble zone now that now he's going to be thinking about not fumbling when he's running the ball. That's going to make him worse as a running back.
Yeah. There's something about the Ravens where it's like these big games. I don't trust them.
It was also their defense. So
their defense was
the Ravens
shredded.
Might end up doing what they did last year and just figuring out their defense in the second half.
Right.
And then they'll be great. And we'll go into January being like, these Ravens are unstoppable. This is the year for Lamar. I still won't trust them at that point. But they do not give up long drives like they gave up on Monday Night Football.
Right.
They don't. It had been since 2001. That was the last time that the Ravens gave up a drive of 95 yards or more.
And it was
24 years, and they did it twice on Monday night.
So when I say I'm done with the Ravens, I'm not actually done with the Ravens. I think they're very good. I do think that the loser of the Chiefs-Ravens game might be a potential take a future on that team.
Yeah.
Just out of value. I'm just more like the Ravens are so frustrating to watch sometimes because like they're so good, but they also just make these mistakes. And even like when they did the Derrick Henry pass play in the red zone, and it almost was picked off. It's like you have Lamar Jackson. He's awesome.
Why were they running that play?
The next play, he throws a seed to Mark Andrews.
Yeah, Lamar played really well last night. You can't put some of those sacks on him. The Lions were making great plays on defense.
Yeah. So it was the Lions. Like the Lions, I think are top level. Like, hey, remember week 1 how bad they looked? That feels like ages ago because it doesn't. It feels like it's the same Lions that we've watched the last couple of years.
Did you catch this on the broadcast that their kicker Bates is a former brick salesman?
Yeah.
He used to sell bricks.
Yeah.
He's mincy.
Yeah. He's mincy.
It's crazy. Like, what kind of work do you have to do selling a brick?
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you need a brick? Okay, I'll put that brick in your face.
Here's a brick.
You need a Columbia connection.
Yeah.
By the way, the Derrick Henry fumble, the one thing you could say about his fumbles is the timing is not the best. So in his career, by quarter, he's had 4 first-quarter fumbles, 3 second-quarter fumbles, 2 third-quarter fumbles, 10 fourth-quarter fumbles. Now, obviously, that's also probably where a lot of his carries come from. The other thing that was crazy, did you hear Troy Aikman mention it? Just you forget how the NFL has changed so much that Derrick Henry has played, I think, in the NFL for 10 years, I believe, 9 years, whatever it is. He just got halfway to Emmitt Smith's carries.
That's crazy.
Emmitt Smith played 13 years. Now, I know Derrick Henry was running back by committee to start his career in the Titans, but it's not like an anti-Derrick Henry set. It's more like, holy shit, they would make those guys work back in the day.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But Derrick Henry has also, after those first couple seasons, he's been the epitome of a workhorse back.
Yes, of course. But even a workhorse back in today's NFL is less than what, in terms of carries, total usage, than what it used to be in the 90s.
I also like Troy just reminding us about how good his Cowboys were.
They were good.
Actually dropping that in there. Yeah, I think we can say Derrick Henry has fumbleitis.
Yeah.
This is fumbleitis. This is what fumbleitis looks like. When he slumped on the bench after he fumbled too, that was
fell.
That was a tough look.
Yeah, he looked like a toddler crashing out.
He looked like he was embarrassed. He's embarrassed with how he's playing. Lamar, I love the Jerry curl on Lamar.
I do too.
I think that's a winning haircut right there. I think the Ravens, they'll make the playoffs. They'll probably win a first-round playoff game.
They got to get the defense. They've allowed the most points so far this season, 97 points through 3 games.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points.
And the game where they blew the Browns out, they actually didn't look that great.
Right. That was the statistics of that game. I mean, they did blow them out. It was
a blowout.
Doubt, but yeah, I don't know. Is it panic button time for the loser of the Ravens-Chiefs game?
Oh, yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Do both those teams make the playoffs? Gun to your head right now.
I think so, just because the AFC. We had this discussion, but the AFC does feel like it kind of falls off a cliff after the Bills, Chargers. It feels like it falls off a cliff, and then you have
which team, if they go 1-3, has a better chance of making the playoffs? Like if the Chiefs go 1-3, do they have a better chance of making the playoffs versus the Ravens?
I would say the Ravens just because of the division, because obviously Joe Burrow's now out.
Mm-hmm.
They get to play the Browns again. They play the Steelers, who I think they're better than the Steelers, even though the record doesn't show it. I would say probably the Ravens, because the Chiefs, the Chargers, I had this thought the other day, or this morning. All the talk before this season is like, can the Bills get over the hump? Can they finally take out the Ravens or Chiefs? They were the favorite to win the Super Bowl before the season. What if neither of them are there and can the Bills beat the Chargers?
Yeah. I would say if the Chiefs lose, I think they're still going to make the playoffs.
Chiefs
do because they're getting Xavier Worthy back at some point. Their offense is limited without a receiver. I think they're getting Rashee Rice back at some point if he can mind
6 games, right?
Yeah, but
auto drafted him in fantasy. It kills me every week.
Oh no,
Hank.
So that's
the worst thing Rashee Rice has ever done.
I need one of those free Rice shirts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So here's the Chiefs' schedule, because it is hard. Like they're gonna have to win some games late in the season, because they have the Ravens this Sunday. Then they're at the Jaguars. Not an easy game.
Nope.
The Lions at home.
Nope.
the Raiders at home,
Yep.
the Commanders at home,
Nope.
at the Bills, at the Broncos.
Nope.
Like, that's not easy.
Maybe.
Yeah. Once they get Rice, Hank. Once Hank
get
gets
Rice.
What was that? You don't think you can beat the Chiefs?
I don't want to say it out loud.
You believe.
I don't want to say it out loud.
Believe.
There's some Commanders fans that are very upset with me for not being more of a homer for the Commanders right now.
Yeah.
But that's just how I feel. Like I to go into Kansas City on a Monday night and win.
You play scared.
It's going to be really hard. I do play scared. I'm scared. I'm a scared little boy.
You're not playing to win.
When it comes to my football watching and viewing experience, I am a scared, frightened little boy and a child at heart, thinking that all the worst things are going to happen to me. It's going to take years of
That's how you
therapy.
get hurt.
It's going to take years of. Well, no, Hank, I was pretending to be hurt. You thought I was actually hurt. I was celebrating.
Gotcha, bitch. The Ravens are playing the Chiefs. Then they're at home against the Texans, Rams, and Bears. So that feels like probably a 2-1. Right? Texans, Rams, Bears all at home.
Bears, yeah.
No, I mean, we're not going to beat the Ravens. And then at the Dolphins, at the Vikings, at the Browns. So I would say the Ravens, if they go 1-3, have a better chance.
Yep. Okay, that's fair. I just do think that the Chiefs are going to get better. They're not going to be this bad. Although there was did you see the clip of Andy Reid and Kelsey on the sidelines?
Yeah.
Kelsey, this time it looked like Andy Reid kind of initiated it.
Yeah.
Like if you were to take what happened in the Super Bowl and reverse it, Reid like got in his face and like kind of belly titty bumped him a little bit. I think he hit him with his tit.
They're talking about the video of Mahomes throwing an absolute duck, and then like a clip from 2 years ago of him throwing an absolute bomb.
Mahomes doesn't look. I mean, it's okay to say he gets all benefit of the doubt from what he's done in his career, but in terms of the last year and a half, like because remember last year, it's not like the Chiefs were killing teams. They had some very, very close games.
Also got mollywopped in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he doesn't look. It's not the same it looked 3-4 years ago. That's a fair statement to say.
It's like ever since Raiola started to take all his shit.
Yeah,
it was
stealing
like
his
a
powers.
Monster situation.
Stealing his powers. And then in terms of news, we have Russ. It feels like it's done. Dable said they're evaluating everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then the media tried to hold him to it. It was like, so like quarterback, he's like, we're evaluating everything.
That's what you got to do as a coach that hasn't competed really. You got to say every position is up for grabs. We're going to look at all the tape.
We're going to bring in the basketball team to try out.
No job is safe.
Yeah.
Including mine.
And then the other one, you guys, Commanders, are going to play the Falcons. The Falcons are already shuffling the deck chairs on the Titanic. We've talked about this many times before, but the sign that things are a problem is whenever you move a coordinator from the booth to the field or from the field to the booth, and they've done that after 3 weeks. Zach Robinson, their OC, is going down to the field.
Yeah, they fired.
Eames was right.
They fired Ike Hilliard, their
receivers
receivers coach, and then they moved Zach Robinson down onto the field, which is a sure sign. They're going to start asking him to. He's on a PIP right now.
Yeah,
Zach Robinson is clearly on a PIP. They're going to start giving him assignments that are just impossible and that really have nothing to do with his job, just to keep him busy so that other people can actually do his job for him.
Yeah,
it's not looking great. Hey, this is what you get when you get a Pro Football Focus guy. You get a data guy.
And then so Memes, credit to you. You had that take on Sunday.
Credit to me.
Credit to you. Credit to Memes. Also, I saw a crazy stat about, I think it was the Vikings. I think the Vikings defense has been, I got to try to find it, but it was some crazy, like the Vikings defense has played so much better than anyone else in the NFL under Brian Flores. So credit to Brian Flores.
Yeah,
he doesn't get enough credit. He had Jake Browning in a torture chamber.
They were incredible.
Yeah. I'm going to try to find the stat. I don't have the stat.
Also credit to Carson Wentz.
Yeah, also credit to Carson Wentz. Big time. Big time credit to Carson Wentz.
Piece of shit.
All right, any other cleanup stuff from the NFL on Sunday? We got any cleanup stuff?
I'm trying to remember what we need to clean up.
Any cleanup stuff? I don't think there's a lot we have to clean up. How are you feeling, Memes, with the Jets in terms of Aaron Glenn? That was one of the funniest, most perfect edits done as Aaron Glenn dancing to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Did you see that?
I did, yeah.
It was so perfectly timed up. It was almost made for that.
Jenna Lane did that, yeah. And
that one hurts.
But it was a cool celebration.
I love the celebration. It's like split online. They're like you know your team's about to blow it because your defense sucks. But what is he supposed to do? It was a fantastic play.
Also, for all the screenshot merchants out there, and I'm speaking specifically about Stephen Shea mostly, that did the zoom in on whether or not the Bucks center got his foot stepped on that field goal. Get over it. You guys won.
Yeah.
You guys won. It was close enough. They protect the centers a lot.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
I couldn't agree more. The lamest thing you could possibly do is argue a call in a win.
Technically, somebody touched our center, and you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
It's a rule that is questionable at best, and because they violated on a technicality in a game that you won anyways, get over it.
Get over it. Oh, they should make goalposts 100 feet tall.
Yes.
There was that kick last night for the Ravens that looked like it wasn't good. Why not?
I think that one was actually in.
It was.
But there was another one earlier this year. Yeah, just make the goalpost a little bit taller. Or Titus always says put a crossbar on top. So you
That
have
would
a
work,
square
too.
that you have to kick through.
Yeah,
That kicker had all-time sourpuss face after he didn't reach the landing zone and then was on the sidelines like he was looking like he was blaming something, like he was like, mad. It was all him, but he had the face of like
trying to blame someone else.
he was just like that. That couldn't have been me. Like something happened. Like
You're a
the
kicker,
the
dude.
wind blew up or something.
Yeah.
That was a
There-
great kick.
There is one more thing that Jerry Jones said yesterday that I think that we should discuss. He said that the Cowboys will not have a video tribute for Micah Parsons on Sunday.
Oh.
That's
He
lame.
said it's not appropriate.
What does that mean?
Do you agree with Jerry?
No.
You think that they should? You think the Cowboys should do a tribute video for Micah Parsons?
I don't think so.
I guess.
With the way it ended?
We're still waiting for the Isaiah Thomas tribute video to come out from
No,
the
they
Celtics.
did one. They did one. They did one.
Oh, they got that?
Yeah.
By the
Like
way,
we have to establish the criteria for getting a
Isaiah Thomas definitely deserved one. Micah Parsons, I guess, because of the way it ended and it's so fresh. I guess not.
yeah. Oh, here it is. By the way, I have it. This is from Mike Sando. In the 23 Flores era wins, the Vikings defense has been 20 times more productive than the offense from EPA standpoint. I don't understand what that means, but it seems significant.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of an insult stat for the offense.
Yeah, but it also how good their defense
But
is.
also their offense. Like last year, I never once thought that the Vikings' offense was ever even a problem.
Yeah, but it was.
I thought
their
the defense was just
doing it.
that good.
Yeah. Oh, we did have Nick Bosa. He tore his ACL. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, that really sucks because Kyle Shanahan said after the game that they didn't think that it was torn.
Yeah.
And then they looked at it. Good news, though, I think this is maybe the best ACL tear of all time because I saw everyone that works in NFL media was tweeting out it was a perfectly clean tear
Oh.
of only the ACL.
Oh.
The other ligaments were not affected.
So he's good.
So he's got, they're calling it the greatest ACL tear of all time.
The Niners just continue to be the most hurt team
Yeah.
every single year. It sucks. They
does.
just can't. I don't know what's going on. They just get hurt. All their best players. Maybe the problem for the Niners is don't have so many good players. Because if you don't have that many good players and someone gets hurt, it's like, well, he wasn't good anyway. They have too many good players, so the odds are one of their good players is going to get hurt,
That's a good point.
right? Like if I was building a team, I'd be like, let's build the team out of like mid players. That way, if there's someone injured, we're not like, damn, our season's over. Our best player, one of our best players got hurt.
What if you just started all your second stringers to begin the season
It's a good idea too.
and then let them get hurt? Then you're in the best possible next man up situation.
Yeah, right, exactly. But yeah, that sucked that Nick Bosa did that. So I think it's his second time he's torn his ACL. Week 2 of 2020 versus the Jets. That stinks. Okay. Should we talk some college football?
Yeah.
Before we do that, game time. Can we get the whiteout game? Because I think Hank and Max are going to be.
Yeah, we are. We are going to the whiteout game.
Yeah, so the NFL is back and college football. Tailgates, packed stands that buzz before kickoff, but getting in, a nightmare. Queues, price jumps, getting logged out mid-click. All you want is to be there. Beer in hand, losing your voice with the crowd. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use. The Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. We're looking at the whiteout, Penn State, Happy Valley, Saturday night.
We are going to be there, and you can too, for the low price of $399.
Ooh, okay.
Get into what's this place called, Matt? The Knit? Max.
Yep.
Wow,
The
you screwed
Knit.
up everything there.
You called me Matt.
Matt and the
The
Knit.
Knit.
What's the stadium called? Beaver Stadium?
Yeah.
That would be correct.
The knit.
I don't know.
Knit.
So take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PMT for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Hank, is this your first big, like, huge college? Oh no, you've been to a bunch of college football games. That was stupid.
It's his first
I
time.
forgot, I forgot he went to the SEC.
Yeah, he did a whole tour.
Yeah.
But it is his first time in the Beaver.
It is the first time
The
in the
Bee-
Beaver.
Yeah. Get in that Beaver.
the
man.
Nitty Beef.
First big Big Ten game. I guess we went to Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Ohio State. I don't know. I'm excited for the whiteout.
This is going to be rocking.
It's gonna be rocking.
Place is going to be literally on fire.
I got a question for you guys. Are we counting this as a big game for James Franklin?
Yes. 100%
Absolutely.
yes.
This is under the big game, like,
100%.
capital letter, big game.
Yes.
Is it stealing? I have to wear white, right?
Yes.
You got to get a nice, like, real nice.
We'll go
like,
shopping.
swaggy
We'll go
one.
shopping Friday when we get there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to wear. I don't know that I'm going to wear.
I guess I'll count this.
I guess I'll rock. I'll
Yeah.
bet on Penn
I'll,
State.
technically, I would agree. It's a big game for James Franklin.
I hate the line.
Because
I hate
if
the
they
line.
lose, then Oregon will be a top 5 team.
No, they are a top
They
five
are a
team.
top.
I thought there were 6.
I think
Well, I
they're
mean, they're
I thought there were 4.
they already are. I mean, if they're ranked 6, they're a top 5 team already. This is absolutely a big game for James Franklin.
Oregon is beating the shit out of teams right
Everyone,
now.
yeah.
So, like, it's
It's
this,
a big
this
game.
would count.
It's an absolutely big game.
It's 2 teams where we don't really know how good. They both look like they're really, really good, but we don't know shit about either
Hasn't
team.
Penn
They're
State played
5 in the
no-
coach-
Yeah,
Coaches
5 in the
Bowl.
coaches, 6 in the AP.
Yeah,
okay.
So depends.
but
where
they're a
they
top
go.
5
Yeah.
team in my estimation. What were you gonna say, Hank?
Hasn't Penn State played no one?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oregon's also played no.
Oregon's played no one as well because Oregon.
But
But they've played better teams than
Yeah.
Penn State's played.
they've both beaten the shit out of no ones.
Yes. Okay. Winners of the weekend: Indiana and Texas Tech. Put everyone on notice. Those 2 teams. Indiana, what they did to Illinois was not. I wouldn't say shocking. It was just more, holy shit, Indiana might be better than they were last year. And Kurt Signetti, he's a maniac. He finds, slights anywhere he can. I think he's still upset about last year in the conversation around Indiana, and he's like, I'm going to punish everyone.
That's exactly. Yeah, there's going to be one team that's focused on style points, and that's going to be Indiana.
Yeah.
They won 63-10. He was not happy at halftime either.
No.
When they did the interview. They're like, what do you need to do? He's like, we have to score more points. We didn't do a good enough job of scoring points. But it was like a very even game in terms of how many points were. It was like the entire game, all 4 quarters were just chock full of Indiana beating the dog shit out of Illinois. And yeah, he's a crazy person.
Crazy.
They talk about him coming from like the Nick Saban coaching tree, and he has a lot of the exact same mannerisms and viewpoints and attitudes that Nick Saban has, where he will yell at somebody if they're up 50-10 in the 4th quarter and you drop an interception, he will like grab you and yell at you and cuss you out. He's a complete psycho. He's a great college football coach. I'm wondering if he's going to get gobbled up by like a premier name.
Indiana fans will be mad at you for that.
Well, guess what? I had to deal with the conversation for 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. Like, that's the reality of college football, that if there's going to be like a top level job that ever opens up soon, and there might be some, like at the very peak, Signetti's going to be one of the first 3 guys that you call.
Yeah. Although he's got it rolling right now at Indiana. They look really, really good. Mendoza is awesome. He's, I think, the front runner for Heisman now. They have Iowa this weekend and then Oregon in a couple weeks. So Texas Tech was the other big winner for the weekend for me. They went into Utah and just demolished Utah, which doesn't happen very often. This is also Texas Tech. They are very open and brazen about the fact that they bought their roster with oil money. Which I actually like the fact that they're like the 3 guys that I think bought the roster are just always like, they're at the press conferences. They're just walking around just like, yeah we did this.
Yeah.
It's
like
so sick.
Oil was the original crypto.
Yeah.
It's like if you can camp out on a spot and you can make a shitload of money in just a few years, You're probably a diehard college football fan if you grow up in Texas.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You're going to reinvest that. If the Stanford nerds that were making money off crypto cared deeply about football, then Stanford would be an elite team too. Texas Tech was very, very fun. And when you looked at this game on paper, just like the reputations of the two teams, it's like Utah, they're the team that will just be more physical. Mm-hmm. They will hurt you. They will punish you. And then the reputation of Texas Tech is they're a candy-ass team. They're going to score 44 points, and they're going to give up 52 points.
No, their
but that's not it.
Texas Tech's defensive line is nasty.
That's not it at all.
Front seven is nasty. And then the Michigan-Nebraska game, I actually came away from that being like, 1, Bryce Underwood's really fucking good. 2, Dylan Raiola's really good. Nebraska's defense is what stopped them. Like he played a good game. I don't understand how we have such a disconnect with everyone in the Dylan Raiola, Patrick Mahomes thing. Like Matt Rule talked about it. Nebraska fans are talking about it. Like, why you guys keep bringing it up? We don't keep bringing it up. He keeps doing it. He's an awesome quarterback. Just let him be an awesome quarterback. Someone needs to get in his ear and be like, dude, just stop.
The funniest part to me was when he like throws an interception and he's method acting so hard that he does Patrick Mahomes, I just threw an interception.
2 hands to the head.
It's crazy.
I don't get it.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'm just trying to be me, and sometimes people don't like me when I'm being me. Dude, yes, it's weird. It's very weird.
And you're a really good quarterback, so just be a really good quarterback. That's the part that just is so confusing to me. And like Matt Rule saying, oh, like, why are we keep talking about it? We keep talking about it because he keeps doing it. Mm-hmm. It's as cut and dry as possible, is it not? Like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills when people are like, why do you keep bringing up? Why do you keep clowning on him? I don't know, dude. It's weird at this point.
Yeah, it is.
And when people will come back and say, oh, well, did you idolize? What? You don't think it's that weird?
No.
Why?
Because it's like that's every single person when they're growing up wants to like.
He's not growing up anymore. He's playing in the Big Ten.
He's in college. He's college.
He's not growing
kids.
up.
What do you say when people miss free throws in college basketball?
They're just kids.
Okay, boom.
Yeah. Do you know that I'm doing that as a joke?
No.
Because I want to.
Nope.
I want to fucking.
They're just kids. They're
I
still
wanna
kids.
Shit on them, and I use that as
they're
like
amateurs.
a way.
Hank
to,
was proud of himself for that.
He
one.
was, but he's wrong because he doesn't understand. I'm doing it as a joke.
They're just kids.
They're just kids.
Never grow up.
Yeah. So you have no problem with it?
No.
I don't.
Okay, Hank. If they're just kids and this is a natural, normal thing for kids to do, how come every other college quarterback hasn't started doing this with other NFL quarterbacks?
I'm sure every other quarterback looks at and they study the film. They don't, maybe mimic everything.
But he does.
Do they choose a school because it's got the same colors and then wear the same numbers?
Matt Rule.
Well, every quarterback is like, why do you wear this number? Because my favorite player growing up.
I don't think you've watched him play.
That's a very normal thing.
He does he'll do sidearm passes that are like you shouldn't sidearm pass.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL.
Hank, he does the hand thing.
Yeah. Matt Rule started his press conference saying, let's not do the whole Mahomes thing. Let's talk about the football. I agree. Let's talk about the football. Tell him to stop acting like Patrick Mahomes. He's a good football player.
He needs to go to like some sort of.
But is he a good football player because he acts like Patrick Mahomes?
No, he's a good football player because he's good at throwing the football.
He needs to go get brainwashed. He needs to spend some time and just like sit down in a room with somebody like a psychiatrist that just gives him some ketamine and is like, hey, you are not Patrick Mahomes.
I just feel like
Hank, watch this video.
Yeah, I feel like it's such an easy solution if you just stop doing it's not even like he can love Patrick Mahomes. He can idolize Patrick Mahomes. It's like the warm-ups and the fingers and the how can you say Hank?
His tight end just got engaged.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
You think this is a stretch? You think this is selective clip editing?
All right, Hank's getting a
That's like walking out of the tunnel. Doing a fan let's go and like jumping up is not like everyone does that.
Pull up the tunnel walk, him walking into games.
Hank.
Max, there's a picture right there.
He's doing look at that. I wouldn't know the difference.
I mean, look at the picture on the left, Hank.
Come on, Hank. Come on. And again, it's so easy for it to stop. Just get a haircut and stop doing it.
Yeah.
And just be a good quarterback because you are. But yeah, Bryce Underwood is the real deal.
Yeah, he's good. He's going to be just fine.
I'm pretty sure those Oakley glasses are like legitimately Oakley, like Mahomes brand.
Of course they are.
And then I had the other.
And Mahomes isn't even wearing those in his.
The other thing I wanted to talk about was what were you gonna say, Max?
Never mind.
There's 3 programs that are in some deep shit. One of them is my team, so I wanted to bring them all 3 up. We can discuss. I'll start with Wisconsin. We're in a lot of trouble. Like dark times. I'm. It's so dark that I basically am being like saying things to myself. Hey, what's so bad about just remembering the good old days?
Yeah.
Like that's a bad place to be, because I went back and I looked last night. I was like, so we had 17 straight years from the year I was a freshman to 2019 where we won 9.7 games per year. We had 10 of the 17 years where we won over 10 games. We had a 12-1 season, a 13-1 season. That's pathetic when I'm doing that. But it is, I don't know the way out, and I think that Wisconsin's at a really weird crossroads where it's like, I know everyone wants to fire Fickle, but I think it's deeper than that, and you have to, like, whoever's in charge, I don't even fucking know, chancellors, presidents, commit to being a football school.
Yeah.
Stop fucking around. I also need that guy, the guy who created Temu, Colin Huang. If you're listening from China, hit me up, bro. He's $50 billion. He got his master's from Wisconsin.
Does he care about football?
I don't know, but I'm going to try to get him to.
He should.
Because people keep blaming me for not spending money. I don't have the money that you need to. I don't have oil money. I don't have Larry Ellison money. I'm not even like. It's so worlds away.
You got that Harambe money.
Colin Huang. Yeah, I got the Harambe money.
So what Wisconsin did is they kind of tried to become Texas Tech. They did the dare raid offense, right?
Well, no, because we didn't spend millions and millions of dollars on a roster.
Right, but what I'm saying is like Wisconsin tried to stop being Wisconsin.
A little bit. It's more the roster just we don't have the talent. And our quarterbacks keep getting hurt. It's just we're at a crossroads. It's dark, and I know it's going to be dark for a while. I don't know if they're going to win another game this year. We need to figure it out. Got to have it come to Jesus. I don't know who to talk to. Someone give me someone to talk to. Give me a chancellor to talk to. I'm sure that will go well if I just tell them, hey, you know what? We got to fucking spend more money and figure this out. We're not going to win another game probably. It's bad. Fuck you, Hank. I saw that face. It's bad. We have the hardest schedule in the country. You can't.
Yeah, but Maryland.
I know that. What did I just say? We're in the darkest of darks.
No.
We're in a crossroads. We're in a really bad situation.
If Fickle was out of a job, there would be lots of teams that would want to hire him, right? Do you think Luke Fickle is not a good head coach or just not a good fit?
No, I think he's. I don't know what it is. I don't think he forgot how to coach. The hire was a great hire at the time. Everyone thought it was a home run hire, like every expert, everyone. It just hasn't gone well. So I don't know what the fix is, but it has to be fixed. Or we just don't play football anymore.
Or you go back to being Wisconsin and you run the football. You just play the most boring brand of Wisconsin football.
Fine by me.
And you win 9 games a year.
Also, I would like to say...
You need an alpha male coach who should be coaching but isn't coaching to fire the team up.
John Gruden? Okay. I also saw Barry Alvarez. He did, and I love Barry Alvarez, but he tried to do the "you're spoiled" thing that Dabo did.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work. It's been 5 years that Wisconsin's not been good at football. There's kids who are seniors who have not seen a good football product on the field. There's no spoiled. And why don't you fucking figure out how to get instead of having all the students go in single file to the student section so it doesn't get full till the second quarter, figure that the fuck out and let them in. And also put the student section in a better spot for the basketball. Start being serious about sports. It's a joke. It's not spoiled. The program has fallen off. It is completely bottomed out. So to be like, oh, you guys are spoiled, that's just wrong. We're not. I think Wisconsin fans are some of the most patient fans, but 5 years is a long time to be just a shit product in football.
You're friends with Urban Meyer now, right?
I am-ish. Although I don't know if he knows the difference between me and Brandon, because he called Brandon Dan the whole time at dinner.
Would Urban Meyer be amenable to the Wisconsin job?
I don't think so. I think he's liking his job at Fox.
Dabo?
No. So let's talk about Dabo.
I would not hire Dabo.
He's in a crisis.
Dabo is – I think he's reached the point now where he's outwardly hostile towards Clemson fans.
Well, him saying, maybe we just suck.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good sign that things are not going well.
And the crazy thing is, people now point back to week 1 and they say that LSU win over Clemson, not that impressive because now we know that Clemson just sucks ass. I think that was the one week where Clemson still had like a little bit of that juice because they've got good players. They've got good recruits. He's got on paper, which should be a good team. Week 1, they're going out there thinking, yeah, we're confident. We have a chance. We're in this. Then they lose. Then everything falls apart. Now it's like Clemson, they're not getting those guys. Those guys aren't going to be as motivated for the rest of the year as
buying
they were
back in
week 1. Now they're just a bad team, and they're a poorly coached team, and Dabo doesn't know how to handle it, and he is just in his feelings.
He was crying a little bit.
Dabo was crying a little bit. They did their little lap around the stadium beforehand like a dog before it takes a shit. It was a bad scene.
Yeah, it was a bad scene. It feels like it's over for Dabo just because of like the way I don't know. I mean, I don't think they should fire him. I also think Dabo probably is overestimating the level of job he would get. And I think he'd obviously get a good job, but I don't know if he'd get a premier job.
Yeah, if you were Florida, would you hire Dabo Swinney? I don't think I would.
I don't think so with the way like this is the
if I was in Wisconsin, I would not hire Dabo.
No,
Swinney.
because it goes to the last team, Oklahoma State. It's over for Mike Gundy as well. They lost to Tulsa for the first time since like 1950. It's a common theme of coaches or programs not getting with the times and not adjusting to the new era of college football and being left in the past. And so it's bad.
And listen, the times, you could make the argument, the times suck.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to build a college football program. To be a college football coach is probably the most annoying thing ever because you have to worry all the time about which guys that you don't have starting are going to leave in the portal, which guys do you need to get to come to your school to replace guys that will leave. It sucks.
But
you have to badger all the alumni and be like, hey, I need some more money because we need this offensive lineman for NIL. It's a shitty time to be a college football coach, but guess what? There's a lot of college football coaches that don't mind doing that stuff. And
they get paid a lot of money.
And they figure it out. And you get paid a shitload of money.
And also, I'm not going to be that guy who, like, when my team starts being bad, be like, well, it's because college football changed and it used to be better. No. Figure it out. Get with the times. Fucking fix it. I don't know. Everyone else is figuring out how to fix it. Breaking moves. Breaking moves. Mike Gundy fired.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
So throw this in right after we talked about Mike Gundy. He was fired.
Okay, he probably had a not very productive meeting with the athletic director.
I would say so.
I would guess on Sunday or Monday. Gave him a piece of his mind.
So day after his I'm a Man, I'm 40 anniversary, Mike Gundy fired.
Does Mike Gundy get a new job?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Had an all-time run.
Mike Gundy's going to be on the news. I feel like he's going to do news hits.
Yeah, that could definitely be.
Like he's going to get some takes off.
I'm sad to see him go because he is kind of a fun guy to have around. But yeah, it felt like this was
it was time.
It was due to happen with the way the season's been going in the last couple of years. So yeah, Mike Gundy fired, 170-90 overall record. And he had that 1 year, was it 2 years ago, where they almost went to the playoff?
Yeah.
It kind of saved him for a second.
He had some really fun teams through the years too.
Yeah. All right, we lose a legend in the college football game.
So this is how bad things are for Clemson and also for UNC, for Belichick. By the way, Hank, did you see that video of Belichick and Jordan making out on the sidelines?
Yeah, it's fake.
Jumped into his arms. That was crazy. But here's how bad things have gotten for him. It's going to be Dabo Swinney against Bill Belichick, coaching against each other. Before the season started, we were all like, oh, I can't wait to watch that. It's going to be awesome. They moved it to noon. Mm-hmm. It's the noon game. And Ludacris committed to doing a pregame concert at UNC. So Ludacris now has to go on at 9:45 in the morning in Chapel Hill to perform.
Ooh.
That's not Ludacris hours.
Ooh.
Bad times.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I feel like Dabo's going to try to take out a lot of pain on Bill Belichick because Clemson is still significantly better than UNC.
Yeah.
So that might be a hurting.
But yeah, I feel like he's checked out.
Yeah. And then this weekend's going to be incredible. We have USC Illinois at noon. We have Ohio State Washington, which is a sneaky great game. That's going to be a tough game for Ohio State.
Jed Fish.
LSU Ole Miss. We have Oregon Penn State, Alabama Georgia. this is the weekend.
Yeah.
This is the weekend.
Also,
Clear your plan.
Shout out to Oklahoma. They keep winning, but they still haven't forced a turnover.
And also, they did cheat.
They did cheat.
They did cheat.
They did cheat. The SEC, they said, hey, hands up. We missed that one. Sorry, guys. They ran the trick play where they sent a guy to the sidelines like the old Johnny Manziel, Kyle Shanahan, and then sent him to the end zone after they snapped the ball. I don't know why that's an illegal play. I guess it's hard to officiate.
Yeah.
The refs have a tough time keeping track of substitutions. I don't know. It was illegal. They screwed that one up.
Are you happy the SEC formally apologized if you're an Auburn fan, or are you more pissed off?
More pissed.
Yeah. I was saying like it'd be
Like
funny.
the NBA last 2 minutes.
Yeah. If there's like an Auburn fan that printed that out and like put it on their refrigerator, being like, see,
the only thing
they apologized to me.
Yeah, the only thing it does for you is you get to make fun of Oklahoma fans when they bring up that they beat you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but you guys cheated. The SEC admitted to it. Oh, also, we should credit Miami.
Yeah.
Miami is awesome.
Yeah.
Miami is awesome. That's another big story from this weekend. That was an ugly game against Florida.
That's all Florida does.
But Miami their offense and defensive lines are really, really good. You had Michael Irvin on the sidelines. He's now dedicating all of his emotional energy into the Miami Hurricanes because the Cowboys stink.
Smart.
And Mario Cristobal is an absolute psychopath.
Yes.
In the same way as Dan Campbell, maybe not as smart as Dan, but like he's a psychopath. Miami is a legitimately good team. And we've seen them beat teams with their offense and Carson Beck. And this time it was just like, we're going to play an ugly game. We got dragged down to Florida's level, and they tried to beat us with experience, but we can win that type of game too. We can win an ugly game that nobody wants to watch in bad conditions.
Yeah, it was.
So I feel like Miami is a team, and if you look at their schedule, Miami is going to be in the national championship consideration. And I like what they said about what Cristobal said about the U being back. He was like, that's back is a backwards looking statement. I'm trying to build something. I'm not entertaining being back.
Ooh.
We're here for the first time now.
Man. Their back would be really good.
Their back is really, really good.
Yeah. That was a game. It was a 13-7 game in the fourth quarter. And Miami just that's a sign of maybe old Miami teams might have wilted, or there might have been, a play that screws them up, or defensive. No, they just went and Pound Town and just took Florida on a ride for some bully ball drives.
It was Pound Town.
And won that game. Yeah, they took them to Pound Town. Mm-hmm. But that was kind of a moment where it's like, is this Miami team for real? It's 13-7. They're better than Florida, but this game has got the weird vibes of a rivalry game, and then they took them to Pound Town.
I'm excited about Miami, Florida State.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great game.
Great game. Okay. Let's do our hot seat, cool throne, and then we'll get to our interviews with Greg Olsen and Goose. Before we get to hot seat, cool throne, Chevy football season is here, and whether you're grinding through the week or gearing up for kickoff, there's one ride that's always game ready. Chevy Silverado. The Chevy Silverado is a longtime partner of Pardon My Take and our favorite truck, and it's all about grit. From job site to tailgate, Silverado lets you show up strong and tackle any task. Built for the hustle, ready for the game, Silverado is America's most dependable full-size truck. For J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Head to Chevy.com to learn more and build your own Chevy Silverado. We're also brought to you by our friends at Reese's. With its perfect combination of chocolate and peanut butter, there's really nothing like a Reese's peanut butter cup. You can find Reese's peanut butter cups basically anywhere. I had a 6-sleeve in my house last night for the kids, myself. Best treat out there. Reese's is just always hits. Chocolate, peanut butter, dynamic duo. You know what also is a dynamic duo? Hank and Max going to Knit Valley on Saturday night.
Yep.
For the whiteout. That's a dynamic duo we're going to want to see.
So dynamic.
So dynamic. So shop Reese's peanut butter cups now at a store near you. Find wherever candy is sold. We love Reese's. Thank you to Reese's, our wonderful sponsor. Dynamic duos out there. Chocolate, peanut butter, Hank, Max. They're all out there. All right. Hot seat, cool throne.
My hot seat is Brandel Chambly.
Oh, what'd he do?
Okay.
Big geek, big golf geek, hater.
He might be the number one geek in golf, yeah.
Yeah, he is a big-time hater.
And that's a stacked field.
Yeah.
Really stacked.
He was talking about, and he's old. Like, he's an old fart.
Oh, come on.
He is.
We're not through age.
Well, he was talking about Bryson and he said he's a captain's nightmare to pick a partner because he's selfish.
He's an iceberg.
And he was talking about how, he did a press conference, and instead of talking about the team and how much he likes playing for the team, he brought up his YouTube. So it's like he was, saying he was self-sucking himself, promoting his YouTube. And then this is where I put him on the hot seat, because there's just no way Brandel Chambly is this locked in, or I don't think this is true, first of all, but he said, I have no doubt that bots are generating a lot of those views.
Oh,
He called him out for bots
on his YouTube.
Bot farming?
Damn.
Brandel Chambly?
Brandel Chambly is somehow in the know enough to know about, YouTube views and that bots are the reason that Bryson's, which it is objectively, I love YouTube golf. It's like Bryson's content is probably the most unique, and it's very interesting and entertaining. Of course people are watching it.
What about all the kids that come up to him and say, I love your content. Thank you for doing the YouTube content, Bryson?
Yeah, are those bots?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hank, I got a question. So we're going to do a Ryder Cup preview with Shane Bacon on Friday's show, because Friday is when the Ryder Cup starts. And we'll talk about the Ryder Cup, set the scene, everything. I got a question for you. I saw a tweet from Glute Activator that I happen to agree with. The hype videos are way too early. They're dropping
Ryder
hype,
Cup week.
They're dropping hype videos on a Monday. I need the hype video on Thursday night.
No,
I kind of agree
it's
with
Ryder Cup week.
I agree with Glute Activator,
Yeah.
but I might even go one step further. Golf is not a hype video sport.
It's a hard hype video.
It's
sport
not
to
a
do.
hype video sport. In golf, you don't want to be hyped.
But it's too
It's
early
the
to get
Ryder
hype.
Cup.
Yeah, but Hank, it's too early to get hype. It's not that the hype videos.
Did you watch the video of the firefighter?
Yeah, and guess what? I'm going to forget about it by Friday
Were you
morning.
not fired up?
On Monday?
Yeah.
I want to get hyped
No.
up after we beat Europe.
I want to get
What do
hyped
you
up right
mean?
before. I want to get hyped up right before. By the way, what's your Ryder Cup plan being at Nip Valley on Saturday? You're our number one golf expert.
Yeah, I'm going to watch on Saturday. I'm probably going to have to find a bar and watch college football in
What
the
about
Ryder Cup.
Sunday morning?
Sunday, I'll be here.
You're going to be back in time?
I land at 8, and I'm just going to come straight to the office.
Okay.
Ireland and Ryder Cup.
Nice.
Hank, you're going to Nit Valley.
Yep.
To the Big Beeve.
Big Beeve.
You're a duck, though, right? At heart.
Oh, you are a duck.
You are a duck. You've got ties with Oregon. Close ties. Some of your closest people that you work with pretty much work at Oregon.
Are you going to root for State Penn or
yeah,
root for the Duckies?
and this seems like it's the matchup where it's like, I know your allegiance is to this guy.
We are going to the game.
If you turn against Penn, if you root for Penn State, you're going to lose.
No, State Penn.
If you root for State Penn, you're going to lose a friend.
I disagree. I mean, I think
Me? If I were going to this game,
I'd root for Oregon.
duck. I'd come in as a duck.
I'd do
quack,
this.
quack, quack, quack.
No,
That's me because I'm a rider.
We are.
We
going
are.
to the
Let's
game.
go. Let's go. Let's go. We are.
Wow, good question,
Are
PF.
you going to bet?
Yeah, on Penn State.
Wow, State
Really?
Penn.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you even say it the right way now.
Or maybe the over. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, we are whiteout. You're going to the game. It's like you got to root for the home team.
Just root for the over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Scotty did a press conference talking about Bryson. He said he's a tremendous competitor. He's a great partner as well. He's a great guy. He's a good friend. He's been great in our team room. He brings a lot of energy, and people love him. Being an American means a lot to him, and I'm excited to kind of unleash him this week.
Are you worried at all about the players being paid? Has it ruined the love of the game?
No.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm okay with that.
I've just seen people complain about that. I'm like, I thought they did get paid. I don't fucking care.
They should get. I mean, everyone else is getting. Like
Also, they're probably getting paid like
the networks are getting paid. The U.S. Everyone else involved in the Ryder Cup is getting paid.
We were talking to Max
shit
about
ton.
that 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of horseshit that they didn't pay the guys.
what are they getting paid?
I don't know, but I mean,
It's like
Bryson's
probably
already said he's
nothing.
donating it. Scotty
Yeah,
said
right.
he's like, it's like everyone's gonna just take the money and give it to a better
If
cause. They're part of something that's generating a fuckload of money. They should get paid, and I'm sure 99% of the guys are.
All right, we're finding out $500,000 each. I'll say it right now. If they ever call me, my country, to compete in the Ryder Cup, I will absolutely donate every single cent of the pay to charity.
Wow.
I'll pay them.
Yeah.
How about that? Mm-hmm. So Scotty is donating it, right?
Scotty and Bryson, I've seen.
Bryson's probably just reinvesting it into like a server building.
No.
Oh wait,
to
hold on.
House all his bots.
Hold on. It's $500,000 each. $300,000 going to the chosen charity. So they're kind of getting. They don't really get credit for this charity.
Oh.
They're being forced. Me, I would then give the $200,000 as a personal stipend. That would go to charity and probably a match. I'd probably do $400,000 to charity, $300,000 also to charity.
Yeah, I'd double it.
So maybe put that on a quote card. If I were in the Ryder Cup, I would give $700,000 to charity.
That's big of you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You'll be good 2 years. You'll be good at golf by then.
Yep. I am. Oh, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it when I just one day show up and beat you.
No.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh, we got him. Jackson Dart. The Dart attack.
He is starting on Sunday versus the Chargers. This is to be expected. To be expected.
Okay.
Russell Wilson, that goal line sequence, that was it.
It was tough. The throwaway on fourth down.
Yeah.
Because we were recording when we did it. So when we do that, I have to go back and I have to watch the games again and just get a general appreciation for how ridiculous that goal line sequence was. It was worse than I thought.
Yeah.
I would love to know how many times someone's got intentional grounding from the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was unfathomable.
Beyond bad.
He came close to getting intentional grounding on fourth down from the 2-yard line again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then my cool throwing is SEC football, this league.
Yep.
Landry Kiffin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lane Kiffin's daughter is apparently in a relationship with Whit Weeks, who's LSU's best linebacker.
Yep.
And they posted a picture that was just hard launching. It just said hard launch. And they're playing this week, LSU Ole Miss.
Am I wrong in saying this is good for Ole Miss?
Yeah.
Like, I saw it, and I immediately was like, first of all, it's a hard
I don't
launch.
know. I feel like you can spin it whichever way you want.
I disagree. I think you are wrong.
Yeah, hear me out. So it was a hard launch.
I think Big Cat's wrong.
Yes.
Okay, it was a hard launch for the couple on the internet. Lane Kiffin has known that they've been dating for a while now. 100%. It's his daughter.
Right.
You don't think that he's had a little maybe a few too many soda pops with Weeks and just been like, hey, let's get on the whiteboard real quick.
I don't think Lane drinks anymore.
Okay, well, whatever. They've just been hanging out. Hey, let's get on the whiteboard. Show me what you guys like to run. What's your base defense?
You think they're boys?
I think they're boys.
I disagree. I think that this is huge for
Who do you think it's a bigger distraction for?
Yeah, so I saw
Lane Kiffin was making jokes about it right away. He knew they were dating. I don't think he cared.
What I saw last night from Lane Kiffin, a man who logged on and was posting through it and told somebody to take the over.
Yeah.
In the game.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird for a coach to be doing that.
Well, it's because he knows their defense because he's had conversations with Weeks.
I don't know. If you're looking at the mental edge, I feel like LSU, they can just be like, "Hey, she calls him daddy too."
No, I think Lane Kiffin's got some keys to the game now.
I feel like it's a good spin zone. You can, if you work hard enough, you can spin it whichever way you want.
I mean, Lane Kiffin joking about it almost immediately means that he's known about this relationship for a while.
It is.
I think everyone thinks like, oh shit, Lane Kiffin just got a bomb dropped on him. He's definitely known they've been dating for a while.
It is a Romeo and Juliet situation.
Yeah. It's great, this league.
Classic SEC.
What's crazy, so LSU is the underdog this weekend.
Yeah.
I feel like that's better for the underdog. Whichever side was the underdog, I would say benefits from this news.
Okay. Take the over. It was weeks of one thing, the over. Yeah, he said take the over. Kiffin household must be in shambles. See, that's the thing is I don't If he didn't know about it, I would understand being like, "Holy shit, what about?" He definitely knew about it.
But he could have been like,
because he had fun with it right away. He posted a picture of her.
I think he probably
it was like she's still rooting for Ole Miss.
I think he probably did know about it, but she also took maybe the worst time possible to announce it. Like she did this strategically.
Or was
it's not a coincidence that she said, "Okay, it's LSU week.
Yeah,
I'm going to announce it." That in any world is a bigger distraction for a dad.
Maybe Lane Kiffin said, "Hey, let's wait to announce it on LSU week."
But how would that benefit him? That just gets him asked
talking about it, making jokes, not thinking about game plans. He's already thinking about game plans. He's already talked to Weeks about what they're going to run on defense.
No, I think if your daughter does this during this week, it feels like it's to jab you.
I agree.
I don't think so. I think he's having so much fun with it right away that reeks of coordinated attack.
It reeks of I'm actually
no. It's
I
don't have a choice. Like I wish you didn't do it, but
I'm actually laughing. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Please don't print that I got mad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See it the other way. Okay.
Embrace debate. We'll find out. Yeah. Hey, that's what makes college football so fun. We get to find out.
It's great. It's great when he starts running when he starts running action right at Weeks' face.
I do think that if you're an industrious young student in Baton Rouge, a shirt that said she calls him daddy too with a picture of Whit Weeks would go hard. You could make a couple $10,000, mid 5 figures on that.
Yeah, I would agree. Make some T-shirts. Get the T-shirt. The game isn't Ole Miss, but make some T-shirts. Get it going.
Yeah, you can still do T-shirts.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, your hot seat, cool throw on PFT.
My hot seat is me and Hank's relationship.
Oh,
because
not again.
We got a great relationship.
How are you guys going to get out of this?
Golf? We're going to golf our way through it. We have a video, Hank and I, from the Ryder Cup that we're going to be putting out. Hank and I went head to head in the Ryder Cup.
Great match.
And is that coming out Thursday?
Thursday or Friday. One of those 2 days.
A great match. It was teacher against student. Hank's been doing a great job working me on my swing, getting me ready for the Internet Invitational, and I was dealing with an excruciating back problem at the time, but I said, put me in there, coach. I want the opportunity to play against my real coach off the field. And I had fun playing with you, and we'll see who won.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I don't understand the hots. What?
Well, it's just us competing against each other at something that we care so deeply about. Like emotions were high.
Yeah, it was fun. I love competing against you. I'm excited for our match, even though PFT's secretly been taking lessons and won't admit it.
Oh,
this is awesome.
Is that a fair accusation?
I don't want to tell Hank if it's a fair accusation or not, but it's not.
Okay.
I have not taken a single lesson, but I figured something out.
Oh.
But Hank,
it sounds like a lesson.
This is actually great. No, this is actually great for
As
me.
someone who watched him swing for 2 months,
Hank is going around the office.
I've seen him in the last 2 weeks, and it's like something has drastically changed. Drastically.
Hank's going around the office telling everybody PFT got a lesson, and I didn't get a lesson, and he is so rattled by my new swing that it's awesome for me.
Also, he's allowed to get a lesson.
No,
I know. It's more he just won't admit it. Like it's like I spent so much time watching him, and if you watch, the first couple of Ryder Cup matches, he struggled mightily, and
no, I won the first Ryder Cup match
or the second Ryder, whatever.
The alternate shot didn't play well,
and you had back issues, and there was just I knew. Like I was your coach, I knew how far you were hitting your clubs and stuff, and then I've seen you in the last 2 weeks, and it's like 20, 30, 40 yards difference.
I told you I figured something out.
Yeah.
Figure something
out. Which I feel like means lesson, but you won't.
I did ask for lessons, and I had people that reached out to me about lessons, and I did not take them up on it. I said, I'm a man. I'm not going to let another man tell me how to swing a golf club.
That's true.
Kind of sus.
Are you cool throne?
My cool throne is everyone, all of us.
Oh.
Because we're still here.
Oh, yeah. The rapture.
The rapture was going to be, it didn't happen. So
maybe not yet. Day's not over.
But I feel like Tuesday's over in some parts of the world already.
That's true.
So it didn't happen on Tuesday.
If you're listening to this, then we made it.
It was supposed to. We're supposed
to happen?
We're supposed to get the rapture today, which is when Jesus comes down to earth and then takes like 1 billion people up to heaven. And
Thanos?
Yeah. Well, then the rest of us have to stay down here and sort it out. Then we get a 7-year grace.
Thanos.
Then we get 7 years to figure it out amongst ourselves. It's like when your parents send you to your room and they're like, hey, go and think about what you've done, and I'm going to come get you, and you tell me what you did wrong, then you can come out. That's what Jesus is going to do during the rapture, and then everyone on earth, we get like a do-over, and we get to then be like, hey, yeah, when you come back, I want to get raptured, so I'm going to get baptized and believe in you.
Who decided it was the rapture today?
One guy on TikTok.
You got to kill yourself.
No, that's not how raptures. That's
no.
Not, that's
if
not how
you call the end of the world and it doesn't end, you can't be here anymore, buddy. You're out. That's a cult thing. Like when they did the Heaven's Gate, and they're like, yeah, it's coming down. Like, dude, if you try to call your shot, you got to be out.
At the end of the day, I do like you got to take your hat off to the Heaven's Gate cult.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
they were about that life.
Yeah, they swaggy as fuck. But I'm just saying, like, you can't call the end of the world and then have it not happen and then still be here. That's not fair.
In theory, yes, but everybody that's ever predicted the end of the world
should be out.
They'll just spin it. They'll just be like,
should be out.
We gotta
be a rule.
We got to wait. God was testing me to see if I believed that there would be a rapture. But turns out I passed that test by telling everyone else. So now stand by because he's going to come back to me when it's really time.
Think about how electric it would be if that was a rule. Because, like, hey, if someone's going to call it, like, you're putting your life on the line.
Yeah.
You better really mean it. You can't just say it.
Yep.
Otherwise, people just fucking say it everywhere. Oh, yeah. Fucking 2048. World's going to end.
Yep.
No. All right. If it doesn't happen, you got to be out. I think that's a hard and fast rule.
So we did not get raptured. We're still around.
Okay.
I did like the advice that people were giving on TikTok, though.
About what?
About the rapture, about how to handle being raptured if it's your first time. They were saying, okay, so don't look down because it's going to be scary as you're floating up. You want to keep your eyes in front of you. Maybe keep your eyes even pointed upwards. You want to take deep breaths through your nose, out through your... They were getting really deep into the advice for it.
What are you going to say, me?
Counterpoint: the rapture could have happened.
Yeah, because it says
Because
11:36.
that would mean we're the assholes.
What do you mean?
Like the good people get sucked up into the sky, and the bad people are left to rot. It's a plot of This Is the End.
But I feel like you...
But I'm fine with that.
Yeah, don't you
Going
know?
to hell in a bucket.
Don't you
At least
know
I
that
enjoyed
people
the
got
ride.
sucked up?
That means we're the bad. We wouldn't know. We've been in here for.
We don't know anyone good enough to get raptured.
Zach would have gotten raptured.
I don't know. He didn't text that girl back for a while.
I think Zach would go.
We have been in here for a little bit now. The rapture could have happened.
Yeah. What if we were
could
the
have
last
no
ones
clue.
around? Yeah.
I would love to see Zach meeting Jesus. Oh, thank you, sir. You're so nice.
Oh,
Wouldn't
hello,
know what to
sir.
say.
Oh, sir. Would you like some ice cream, sir?
Sir, how are you doing?
All right. My hot seat is Auburn basketball. Bruce Pearl has named his son Steven the head coach. 5-year contract. We like Bruce Pearl. We like Steven, but Bruce Pearl did have a receipt pulled on him when Stephen A. Smith was speaking about nepotism in sports. And Bronny James, Bruce Pearl said, "Preach, Stephen A. Listen, I'm fine with it. Just be like, yeah, he's probably not qualified, but I wanted my son to have a job, so I'm gonna retire right before the season when no one can transfer."
Yeah, it's kind of a strange time to announce it. Some people were speculating that he's going to run for Senate.
Well, I don't think it's actually not a strange time. I think this is the new move because you basically lock in your roster. Like if he announced it right after the tournament last year,
Yeah.
he doesn't set up his son to have a successful transition.
That's-
Now he kind of has set him up.
That's true, but it also is like last minute thing for the fan base.
Yeah, but I think that's
For the team.
by design.
Yeah, but for the team, it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's an announcement that should be made way earlier in the offseason
Wanted to set up his son.
instead of the day before you get started.
He wanted to set up his son.
Yeah, some people are saying he might run for Senate, which would set up potentially a race between Bruce Pearl and former Tennessee football coach Derrick Dooley. So 2 former Tennessee coaches that were there at the exact same time would be running for Senate in Alabama. Bruce, I don't think is indicating that he's going to run yet,
Okay.
but he might because Tuberville is on his way out, and Bruce Pearl, at least he won.
I do like
He's
that.
a
Like
good coach.
I do love that in the South. Like they're like, yeah, who should run our state?
Yeah.
A coach.
The reality is, if you're
coach.
running for Senate in Alabama, you're just begging that Nick Saban doesn't throw his hat in the ring,
Right.
Because in
Yeah,
that
like
case,
Tommy Tuberville. Yeah.
yeah,
You want a coach. You want a coach in charge. And then my cool throne. It was gonna be some. Oh, I guess I'll just do this. What? Bill Nye got a Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Jaylen Brown was there.
Oh, cool.
Bill. What? It's kind of random. He just respects science.
He loves Bill Nye.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He like tweeted like when he was in college, like I really want to meet Bill Nye.
That's very funny.
Bill Nye came to one of the Celtics games and like it was like a big.
Look at him. He gave a speech. That's really funny.
That's awesome. That's aura right there.
Yeah, that is aura. That's maximum.
That's a
aura.
leader.
Yeah.
I respect Bill Nye just as a human. He would be probably top 5 for me in terms of if Bill Nye was canceled for being a scumbag. That would wreck my childhood.
Yeah.
It's him and Weird Al. Those are the 2 big ones.
Oh wow, yeah, they are boys. That's very funny. All right, Zach, hot seat cool on.
My hot seat this week is Gervonta Davis. Did any of you guys see the presser with Gervonta and Jake Paul yesterday?
Yes, Tank. Yeah.
He is a 3-time world champion, but size different wise. The only requirement they have on like the weight for the fight is that you can't go over 195 pounds. He's like 7 inches shorter, 9 inches of reach.
Yeah.
I know he's way better of a fighter. Is there a chance he just gets starched by someone this much bigger?
It is going to be a great test of like he's a significantly better boxer, but he is way shorter.
On tomorrow's part of my take.
Yep.
That's what I see when I see that picture.
There it is. By the way, congrats, you signed Desmond Watson, Zach.
That's huge for Desmond. Great
Yeah.
for us, but massive for Desmond.
And the tush push.
Tush push. I don't know. We historically do pretty well against a tush push.
Yeah, get him in a package.
Before Desmond, we had a 400-pound guy to our tush push package.
Yeah, Vita Vea and Desmond. That's a lot of meat.
Is Lane playing?
Big body.
He said he was going to play.
All right. Mike Evans is out for 3 to 4 weeks. That's a bummer.
Disappointing, but I'm just glad it's not the whole season. I hope he gets well soon.
Yeah. All right, your cool throne?
My cool throne this week is Call of Duty Enjoyers because the multiplayer for Black Ops 7's trailer did drop.
Oh.
And I think it's going to be, they're taking a little bit more of a futuristic approach again, which we haven't seen since Infinite Warfare. A little bit of wall running, 30 maps at launch, or 30 weapons at launch, 18 maps. I think it'll be good.
Okay.
All right. It's going to be a lot of fun. I could be just overly optimistic because I don't want it to suck. But for right now, I think it'll be good.
Okay. Good hot seat, cool throne. All right, let's get to our interviews. We got Greg Olsen and then Goose the band, and then we'll finish up with Pardon Your Takes.
Greg Olsen is going to be brought to you guys by Reese's. You could honestly, if you asked me what my Mount Rushmore favorite candies are, I could pick 4 things from the Reese's families to pick it up. It's been my favorite candy since I was a little boy. Best thing on the planet. They provide even more ways to enjoy that perfect combo of chocolate and peanut butter. There are so many to choose from. Fast Break, Reese's Sticks, Take 5, Nutrageous, and Outrageous. They're perfect for a filling on-the-go eating experience. My favorite Reese's bar is the Reese's Sticks. OG, classic, been around forever, never gets old, always hits the spot. My favorite dynamic duo probably would have to be memes and not getting the lottery ball. I've been in a seat before, but it's a lot more fun when you're just enjoying someone else not get the lottery ball. Shop for all your favorite Reese's bars now and find your favorite found wherever candy is sold. Reese's.
Fuck you.
And now, Greg Olsen.
Okay, we now welcome on a very, 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 very special guest. It is our guy, Greg Olsen. You can hear him on Sundays. Greg, thank you for joining us. Thank you for not dressing like an umpire. Should we talk about that? Because
let's talk about it.
Yeah,
let's
because
talk about it.
Dave was busting your balls on Monday morning on Wake Up Barstool. You did look like an umpire. I don't know if we would have said anything because we've already said something about your sport coat. We've already gone down that path. Then everyone was like, oh, Greg Olsen hates Dave. Do you hate Dave?
Of course. I actually was just texting with Dave 30 minutes ago. And no, I don't hate. I've known Dave for 20 years.
Right.
We go way back. You're allowed to bust your buddy's balls. But the key is you got to give it right back to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it can't be a one-sided deal. Dave and I have known each other for a long time. We've busted each other's balls a lot over the years. Of course I don't hate him.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very clear to me the internet was going to run with it. And it was like,
that's okay. I actually was.
Yeah. We've known Greg forever. And to be honest, like you were dressed like an umpire.
Yeah. And I think it was, I mean, I don't need the Barstool edit guys making like, what are those, like those memes of me dressed like an umpire. I thought maybe my credibility with the Barstool brand maybe would, we don't need to make it like I'm like the butt of the joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what?
That kind of was on you because you dress like an umpire. So that was kind of on you.
Also, sometimes guys are just sick of each other's shit.
Yeah.
And so you got to just bust your.
You just got to go back, and it's all in good fun, and it's all in good. It's all in love, and I actually was literally texting with Dave before I came on the show 30 minutes ago, joking about how the internet is amazing and the internet is crazy, and everyone thinks we hate each other, and I'm just gonna let it be out there and just let it fester.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you going to stop dressing like an umpire moving forward?
No, I'm not going to really give much more thoughts into my outfits. The hat and the shirt were not supposed to go together. I was out of town. I flew for my game. I had to fly to New York. I had to do a meeting in the morning. It was early. I got up before I had to do Dave's show, which I'm happy to do. Didn't feel like doing my hair. I had gotten dressed for the day, and then that was the only hat that I had. So I was like, I can wear a hat on this show. Hence, I'm wearing a hat today.
Yep.
It was the only hat I had, and I hadn't done my hair, and it never dawned on me that I looked like an umpire. But
next week you should have a chest protector.
Yeah, you should lean into it. Just go all the way.
I might go mask
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
Really,
that'd be good.
Lean in.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was
I was gonna wear my sport coat on here today.
Oh, yeah, that
the
thing?
bad one.
The one that looks like you shot a couch and then had it upholstered onto your chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And you tried to shame me and say that your wife picked it out and make me feel
did.
bad. Yeah, I know.
She did pick it out, and she's yet to try your coffee ever again.
Well, probably because she didn't want anybody at home being like, oh, my husband's hot. I'm going to make him wear the ugliest thing possible.
Yeah.
It's all mine.
That's a good spin. My husband is so hot, I have to dress him down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
That's
happened.
why I dress like this.
Yeah.
I'm moving forward with that. I like that.
I like that one. All right, so week 3 is in the books. You have done 3 games, obviously, so far. You've done the 49ers, Seahawks, Giants, Dallas, Rams, Eagles. Out of those 6 teams, who are you most impressed with? I assume it's going to be the Eagles, but let's talk about the games you've actually covered because I feel like you get extra insight into those.
Yeah, I mean, as far as team that I think can make the longest run, the deepest run, I think of the 6 that I've seen. Yeah, I think Philly and the Rams. I mean, I think Philly and the Rams, I know the Rams lost, but I thought for most of the game, they controlled it. They dominated the entire first half. The score, we said it over and over. They kept settling for field goals. They couldn't punch it in. And the game felt so much worse than the score was at halftime. Then they come out, they get the quick turnaround on the strip sack, score, and you go, oh my God, are we in for a boat race? And then all of a sudden, the Eagles decided to let Jalen Hurts play quarterback and start throwing the ball to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. And they started going up and down the field. I think that took some pressure off the Philly defense that they settled in. And I think the fast start by the Rams, especially defensively, was kind of wasted because they just couldn't score enough touchdowns. And you're going to continue to see teams do it. And, we saw it last night with the Lions game. Like, everyone has to stop thinking kicking the ball is all of it. The days of we're going to play field position, the days of let's just take the points, those have to be over. You are going to lose in the NFL nowadays every time you kick the ball, a punt or a kick or a field goal. It's a bad play. Unless it is a 50-plus yard field goal on 4th and long, you should not kick field goals that much in a game or you're going to lose. And we see it time and time again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good point.
It is a good point. And yeah, I think coaches are starting to catch up to that, and that's the way the NFL is going. And every time Dan Campbell does it, it's for a reason, and he's made his name as being an aggressive coach. I think the players like it too. I think it's just part of like the culture of that team that he's got, where if you know that your coach believes in you and believes in your defense too, conversely, if you don't get it, I feel like that's just something that helps everybody in the locker room all get on the same page.
There's no doubt. And when it becomes ingrained in everything that you do, there's no question. There's no half the huddle is saying, why are we doing this? And half the huddle is excited. Like you're saying, it's baked in. The other aspect of this that I think needs to get a lot more conversation is everyone right now is talking about analytics and these charts and go for it. And they don't, but it really boils down to, for a lot of head coaches. So we'll take Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell can lose that playoff game a couple years ago where they went 0 on 4th down, and he can stand at the podium and he's confident enough and stands tall enough and says, you know what? It didn't work today. I'll take that as the coach. We lost the game because I was aggressive on 4th down and we didn't win. Not a lot of coaches like standing there saying it falls on me, right? When you get a field goal blocked or you fail, we kick a lot of field goals. We got to get better. We have to execute better. The kicker has to be better. The long snapper has to be better. There's a lot of guys that have to be better. When you fail on 4th down, the only guy that gets asked is the head coach. Why did you go for it on 4th down? Why did you pass up points? Why didn't you punt? Or whatever the question is. It takes a certain type of guy to stand up there when it doesn't work out and say, you know what? That's on me. I'm good with it. Mm-hmm. And if I could do it all over again, I'm going to do it again. Like, that's what it takes. Everyone wants to do it, but not everyone wants to answer the questions if it fails.
Yeah, and that's why I'm okay with it when he does it in the playoffs and it doesn't work and they end up going home for the season. They did it all year long. I will never trash Dan Campbell for being too aggressive in a game, even if it's a playoff game that a field goal might have helped them win in that case, because that's not who he is. Hank is not here right now. I think he is boycotting this interview because he took Dave's side in the beef. But he and Big Cat.
What was his take?
I think Hank is just going to take his side in any beef involving Dave. Mm-hmm. I think it's kind of how he operates. But Hank and me and Big Cat have had a little back and forth in the last couple weeks about Tom Brady being in the Raiders booth after calling the games, and we tried to force him to admit that it was weird that you have an NFL owner that's on the headset in the booth that's also doing this, the advanced meetings that you're having, the prep meetings. So you are in the business. I'm curious to know what kind of information gets shared as you're going into a game. Like what type of prep do you put in, and how much info do you actually get from teams?
I'm going to answer your question, but literally as you were asking that question, I got a text from Big Cat, and I checked my phone, and it was a picture of an umpire.
Yeah.
So
memes is sending us edits, so then I was like, oh shit, here's an edit. I'm going to send it to you. So yeah, it's very funny. We put it up in the YouTube while you're watching this. Yeah,
it's a good thing I got thick skin. It's a good thing. Tell Hank to stop being so sensitive. Me and Dave are very, very good, and we're fine.
Okay.
Right. So to answer your question, it depends on who you talk to, right? Like there are some coaches where we know going into the meeting, we only have to talk to them. They're going to be very forthright. They're going to be very honest. They're going to tell us exactly where the matchups are, exactly what the thought processes are. Here's how we're going to handle the game. Expect more pass, expect more heavy person, whatever it is, they're going to tell us. And they know over years of doing this now that there's a level of trust that it's sacred and that it doesn't go any further. And then obviously it's not going to be shared with anyone outside of the call. And it just helps us do our job, injuries and starting lineups and whatnot. There are some teams and some coaches who tell you nothing. And it's not personal. It's their style. It's their nature. And they don't offer up anything outside of very coach speak. It almost is more like a press conference, right? We got to protect the ball. We've got to do a better job on third down. We got to play hard. The other team is so good. This is a huge challenge. And then you hang up and you say, I could have gotten that from their press conference. So you get both ends of the spectrum, and then obviously some degrees of difference in between. But every team, it's up to them. So in regards to Tom, like I've said this now a few times, like I have no problems with it. However a team wants to handle their production meetings with me, with him, the situation is entirely up to them, and whatever they see fit that they think protects their information, they have every right to. So if Tom, if they don't want to tell Tom anything, great. If they feel comfortable and they don't think Tom's going to take it and go anywhere with it, which I assume he's not, then they'll tell him more than they can. So like, it really isn't that big of a deal. There's one or two nuggets from every production meeting on average that really ever make the broadcast.
Okay. It's about, I guess, being prepared. Like if you were a TV announcer for the Mexican Football League, while also serving as an owner of our Osos, our beloved Osos,
correct?
Do you think that the other coaches would share things with you and be as open with you?
That's a great question. I feel like we should test it.
Yeah,
we should test it.
Test it.
Would you call a game for the Mexican Football League?
Can I do it in English?
Habla español?
Yeah, I think so.
No habla español.
Just be like, bueno.
Puedo ir al baño.
Quarterback.
And then just never come back.
Los Osos están bueno a fútbol.
I could just say that over and over and over again.
Yeah, malo.
Yeah.
Interception, malo.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Goal!
Yeah, goal. Yeah, hit him with a goal.
You've already said more words in Spanish than I know. So you guys, maybe you should do it, and I'll just be like the sidekick.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Do it. Sunday, Ravens Chiefs. Whoever loses that game, should we be concerned?
Yeah, I mean, now we're starting to get into, the first couple weeks of the season, I think everyone jumps to conclusions and everyone jumps to just try to, either crown the team who they think is the best and then they let us down, or they try to, all but, toss a team to the side and they end up getting hot. I think we've done that to the Chiefs multiple years over time. And they always seem down the stretch to find their way and show up in the playoffs and win playoff games no one gives them a chance to. And next thing you know, they're in the Super Bowl and win or lose the Super Bowl. So I feel like we've tried to do this to the Chiefs before, and we all need to learn our lesson to give them the entire season to figure it out, because all they really have to do nowadays is make the playoffs. And do you really want to play them in the playoffs, Andy Reid and Mahomes, in a one game winner take all? Probably not. I still think Baltimore's a really good team. I've now seen them lose a couple games through the first 3 weeks that I said, how the hell did they lose those games? They played well offensively. The turnovers obviously have now happened twice. They've lost now 2 games with Derrick Henry having a big fumble down the stretch. I watched 3/4 of last night's game. I still think they're really good. I think defensively they got some issues. I think defensively they got to tighten it up a little bit. But I think Lamar and that offense is still explosive. They didn't get a ton out of the run game last night with Derrick Henry. And then once he fumbled, I don't know if he even played again. I really try not to put indictments on teams after week 4 or 5. Like when it's week 12, 14, and we really get into the holidays, then I think we'll really have a good picture of what teams are capable of, who can go far, who's kind of a flash in the pan. I think to make those decisions in even 4 games is just really hard.
Yeah.
That's fair. And the Ravens last year, they kind of changed their identity, especially on defense, and they pulled it together, so they're capable of it.
They started terribly on defense last year and then became one of the best defenses in football, give or take around the halfway point. So why are they having to do it again? There's a million reasons that this happens, and coaches have to reinvent themselves. But it's not something we haven't seen at either team. We've seen the Chiefs start slow offensively and their defense be really good and lose some close ones. But you're like, all right, they're actually better than maybe we give them credit. And then Baltimore, same way. Their offense obviously has been scoring a lot of points. They just, they have that one turnover. And then obviously defensively, they're not nearly as good right now as they were the back half of last year.
So question about the fumbles. Do you have, this is a fun Greg Olsen trivia question. How many fumbles did you have in your career? I'm going to answer your question. I got to add them up in my head. I want to add my own answer to a question you didn't ask me. Okay.
My most embarrassing, worst NFL game of my entire life. Ironically, I was playing for the Bears. Mm-hmm. We were playing against the Carolina Panthers, which was odd because I ended up getting traded there. And my second year, so this was like 2008, we were in Carolina. I had 2 passes thrown to me, caught them both, fumbled them both, lost both fumbles, and we lost the game. That was probably the low of my lows. Okay. So thankfully I got it out of the way early. So I had 2 fumbles. I would say in my 14 years, I had 6.
So here's the crazy part about your career. You had 7 fumbles, but you are net only down 1 because you recovered 6. That's pretty crazy.
Well, off the top of my head,
there's a year where you didn't fumble. In 2009, you didn't fumble, but you recovered 2.
Oh, I recovered other people's fumbles.
Yeah. So you're only net down 1.
Yeah. Oh, so I had a great career.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah.
It's like a plus minus. I thought you meant I recovered 6 of my own. And I was like,
you recovered other people's fumbles.
Oh, yeah. See, when you recover other people's fumbles, it's like your fumbles never happened.
Yeah, so you only have 1 fumble in your career. So, but
in 14 years, I'm -1 in the turnover battle.
It's pretty good. So my question, though, is like, what do you do if I don't think Derrick Henry has like fumbleitis, but what happens after you have 3 games to start the season, 3 fumbles? Like, is it as simple as going old school and just walking around with the football all day?
Well, if you're someone other than Derrick Henry, your playing time probably goes down pretty significantly.
Yep.
I don't imagine if I was Derrick Henry's coach, if I was Harbaugh, I would not alter his touches. He's Derrick Henry. He's been doing this for a long time. He's one of the best backs we've ever seen. So, like, I'm not going to overcorrect and just like remove him from the game. I think the defense would say, sure, have your non-fumble running back. We don't have to tackle Derrick Henry. So I don't want to do the defense any favors by taking carries out of his hand. I think a lot of the times it becomes mental. And what you don't want, especially for a guy like Derrick Henry, is where you see these guys and they're so worried about ball security and their 2 hands and they're cupping the wrist and they're running so tight that they're not nearly as effective as a runner, where the fear of fumbling almost makes them ineffective. Right? Because their only hope is, all right, you can tackle me, knock me down. I'm not going to try to stiff arm you. I'm not going to try to really be aggressive running through contact, because at the end of the play, the only thing I care about for the next couple weeks is that I don't fumble again. You can't have that. You can't have that as your running back. It doesn't matter who you are. So I think it's business as usual. I think it's one of those things, if you over focus on it, you can almost make it worse.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think he needs to be out there with 1,000 bungee cords on a ball and doing. I think he's got to do his normal ball security drills, his normal running back individual drills. I don't think they need to talk about it a lot. I don't think you want to continue to draw attention. This is something that needs to be flushed from his head. And like, it's almost like the yips.
Yeah.
Like, get it out of his head. And the more you talk and emphasize it, it almost gets worse.
Yeah. Right. We also were saying that not all fumbles are created equally. Like the Aiden Hutchinson made an incredible play.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I think 99% of running backs fumble in that situation where you get a perfect punch on a ball.
I think that running scared, though, and running thinking about fumbling, that would probably be appropriate for that Ed Oliver fumble.
Yeah.
Because that was a different situation. You have a lead in that circumstance, and you're just trying to kill the clock. But yeah, you're right. I agree with you. I feel like if you were to just constantly be worried about fumbling the ball, then you take away everything that made Derrick Henry a great running back to begin with, and then nobody's happy.
Yeah, and then whether you fumble or not, you're not nearly as impactful on the game, and then you're not moving the needle. So it's a very fine, like that kind of stuff, like the mental side of failure in sports, whether it's the guy who can't get a hit and he's in a 10-game slump, or the guy who can't buy a free throw, or he can't make a layup. And like, we've all been there, and it's hard to get through the mental side of it. And it's not because of where his hand is on the ball. And, everyone's going to give him 1,000 pointers. The point's got to be up. It's got to be against your chest. It can't be disconnected. Cup your wrist in traffic. Like, there's all these like coaching points, which are all valid, and it all has to be emphasized. But really, at the end of the day, he's been doing this his entire life. You got to just be Derrick Henry, continue to run people over, run physical. And after a game or two where you get 20 carries and you don't put one on the ground, it gets out of your head and you move on.
Yeah.
So you brought up the yips. Is it possible for a receiver to have the yips? Because we saw Marvin Harrison Jr. and then we saw Brian Thomas Jr. All the juniors have the yips right now, it seems like. What is that like?
Yeah, I mean, there's times, and again, I always feel for these guys because I always put myself in their shoes. Like, it's so easy, especially as a commentator or just right now shooting the shit with you guys. Like, it's so easy to be like, it's not that hard. Catch the ball. Don't fumble. Like, I've been there, and there was some games. Thankfully, I didn't have a ton of issues with drops in my career. But I'll be honest, there were games where going into the game based on what happened in practice or just a million factors where you went into the game and you're like, I'm not seeing it great. Like, I'm just not tracking it great, and I'm not feeling it. I don't see it. And like, you're like, holy shit, I hope I don't have a bunch of drops. Like, it is a real mental battle. And then there's other games where you're feeling so comfortable, you could throw the ball behind your head and you knew you were going to catch it. Like, that's real. And I think any player, especially if you've played for a long time, goes through those ups and downs of like that internal mental battle of your confidence. And catching is the yips, fumbling is the yips. Quarterbacks who are gun shy because they've thrown a lot of interceptions, like, all of a sudden that ball's just a little bit later and they turn down windows and they don't want to push the ball and it turns into check down Charlie. They're taking sacks. Like, that's all mental. And it's real. Like, that is real. And I don't give a shit how good you are. There are periods of everybody's career that they go through that uncertainty and they're questioning themselves. And you better learn as a young player how to work yourself through it. My second year fumbling that game, that changed my entire career because I was like, I refuse to let this happen again. Like, that shit hurts. Like, that is bad.
Yeah. What about the teams start 0-3? Like, where are they at mentally? What do you like? Because it kind of goes on the same thing. The yips, a team wide where it's like, football's a really hard sport to play. And if you're 0-3 and you got to get back up on a Sunday and you're looking around and you're like, even I saw the comments Michael Pittman made after the Colts beat the Titans. He said he could see the Titans didn't have that bounce, that juice pregame. What happens in the locker room when you have a slow start to a season, and how do you correct it?
Well, that's where you really start testing your leadership, your locker room, what types of guys you got, what types of leaders you have in the coaching staff. Like, everyone always has good culture when you're winning, and there's great energy, and every coach is great, and every relationship in the locker room and every coach player relationship, like, everything's fine and dandy, right? Winning cures everything. All of a sudden now you start getting tested by losing, especially if you're 0-3 now entering your fourth game of the season. You haven't gotten a win. And all of a sudden now you start pressing and everything becomes, instead of focusing on, hey, let's have a great Wednesday meeting. Let's really have a good first and second down install. Let's have a great focused walkthrough. Hey guys, let's have a great weight room session, like whatever Wednesday calls for, the good teams have the ability to be like, hey, let's just worry about the next. But all the teams that have lost are thinking is, we got to do something to get a win. How do we get a win? We got to do something to get a win. And they're putting the cart so far before the horse where you're not going to get a win if you get a shitty Wednesday blitz period. And you're not going to get a win if you guys don't have a good workout and you guys don't attack their rehab and you have guys who miss practice and the 500 things that go on between the end of the day, a game, and the following week's game. There's 5 million boxes to check. And if you don't check them in the right sequence, you're not going to find a win because there's no luck.
Right.
There's no easy wins in this league. So it's so cliche when these coaches and these players and they get up there and they talk about 1 week at a time and all the shit we all laugh about. But for the teams that stink and for the teams that are 0-3, it is even more critical that they only focus on like literally what they're doing in the given moment. Because if they're so consumed with, we need to win, the coach is going to get fired, they're going to bench the quarterback, who's going to lose their job. Once that creeps in and you got player only meetings and guys talking stupid shit in press conferences, like, you're done.
Right.
Your season is over. You might as well pack your shit up and go home.
Yeah, having a players only meeting after the first week for the Dolphins, that to me feels a little bit early. Like, what are you going to accomplish in that?
Yeah, we used to have a saying, we used to joke about it, but like, once you start having players only meetings, people should start packing their shit up.
Yeah.
Because somebody's going to get fired.
Yeah. And I also, like, on the flip side, I love the videos of the locker room after a win because it is so hard to win in the NFL. This is a very dumb question, but I sometimes fantasize about it. How sick was it Sunday night after you win a football game? Was it so sick? What would you eat for dinner?
Well, if it was an away game, all right, so that's a good question. So it really varied. Home games when we were young, like home games in Chicago. So my last year in Chicago, we were really good. That 2010 year, we went to the NFC Championship.
Yep.
So like we were young, we had no kids, we were downtown. So after a home game, especially we won a playoff game against Seattle. We won a Monday night. We won either a Monday or a Sunday night game against the Packers. Like after those big home games, right? Like you're going out to dinner, you're at Joe's Stone Crab, you walk into Joe's and like people are giving you a round of applause. Like the whole city, just rallies around. So a lot of those really cool moments after wins in the locker room and then with your, small group of buddies that you would go out with and your family and whatnot. As we got into like having kids, like my highlight after a home win would be like, let's drive through McDonald's and just eat like a 20 chicken nugget and a hot fry and a Coke and just take a deep breath. So like as at different stages of your life, there's different like pleasures. Like, when you're young in Chicago, you wanted to go out to a bar or you wanted to go out to dinner. When you're a married dad with 3 toddlers at home, picking up a McDonald's drive-through and going to sit on the couch and watch the Sunday night game after you just had a touchdown and won, like it doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, that's the best.
That does sound great. What was the best time of day to get a win when you were young in Chicago? Was it like if you win the early game, then you've got the entire afternoon and evening in front of you, or was it winning like a Monday Night Football game?
Yeah, so I think when you're young, you wanted to win the earlier game because then you could go out, like you could go to dinner, you can go to the bar, you can go hang out Sunday night downtown, knowing that you had meetings Monday morning, but it wasn't going to be anything crazy. When Lovey was the coach, when we won, well, he was my only coach. So I guess when I was in Chicago, if you won, it was mandatory victory Monday. So we didn't even have anything official on Monday. So if you did go in, you went in on your own, and it was. Oh,
I'd go in every Monday if I won. Just to be like, that was awesome.
Yeah, you go in because you go in, but it's just not mandatory. You have to meet with your coach. You don't have to do anything official.
Yeah. Did you ever have a teammate that we were speculating that when the Eagles won this last weekend, that Jalen Hurts was going to be like, hey, nobody here should treat this like a win. We're going into work on Monday. Are you guys
going to tell me that I had tissue on my beard?
Oh, I thought you were doing cocaine.
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
You should have told me. So I blew my nose before I came on here, and I just shaved.
Oh,
and I was like, I thought it was light.
But that's actually good because then it will be tissue gate and no longer you look like an ump.
Yeah. Well, I thanks for telling me, guys.
I didn't notice. I honestly didn't notice. Right. I get lost in your blue eyes.
What was the question?
It was about Jalen Hurts. So like him after that game, we were saying that he was probably telling his teammates, no one should treat this like a win. Let's all go to work on Monday, even if coach was like going to give him off Monday. Did you ever have a teammate that was like, hey, I know he said we don't have to come into work victory Monday, but we're going to do it. And then did everybody secretly hate that guy for making everybody go to work?
it's like the super try hard guy.
Yeah.
In the locker room after the coach gives the speech about like, hey, great wins are wins. Proud of you guys. You earned it. Doesn't always have to be perfect. We got a lot of work to do. And then he's like, hold on, coach. It's not about the coaches. We got to be better. The coaches are doing a great job. They're putting it, and everyone's looking around like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won.
There's those guys. Those guys exist. I think certain guys on the team can get away with it because they obviously have the credibility.
Yeah.
Like when they say, hey, we're going to come in and we're going to watch film on our off day. If it's Jalen Hurts, if it's the right guy, like guys go, you're right. Like we probably need to come in and get our shit tightened up and do it better. I had no problems when those guys did it, like the guys that were just like really good and every day they battled their ass off and they were super hard workers. Like those guys you'd respect and move on. When you knew it was the try hard guy and it was the guy that was just doing it because everyone was standing around, that's the guy when everyone would roll their eyes and be like, you just go over there and relax. We'll take care of this.
Yeah. That was the guy that got like really carried away with hazing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Exactly.
We know this guy's role.
Yeah.
He was snapping towels in the high school locker room.
Yeah.
Big time.
I had a question for you about the Bills because we love the Bills, love Josh Allen. They seem to be maybe the best team in the NFL right now. Should we be looking at their wide receiver situation as a weakness or should we be looking at as a strength? The fact that they don't have like one guy that you count on to take over a game. They've got a few different guys that they spread it around to. Which side of the optimism, pessimism coin should we be looking at?
Well, I think it's a great question. So
great question.
It's a really good question because I've actually asked that question to coaches. See, this is where you guys are so good because you bring it back to production meetings.
That was a great question by you when you asked that question.
Yeah.
To the coaches.
Yeah, great question.
But my only question was as good as because you asked a better question to TV.
Better question.
So I asked Matt LaFleur this exact question. I said, so we had Devontae Adams when obviously in Green Bay. And when you have a guy like Devontae Adams, you'd be crazy not to find every way humanly possible to get him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he moves on and they have all these young wide receivers. They're talented, they're young, they're unproven, but you don't have that like clear-cut number one. So that was my exact question to him is I've asked that to LaFleur, I've asked it to Kevin O'Connell, like how hard is it to get Justin Jefferson the ball? But then you look at the other side of the coin with like a Bills guy, I think every coach would say, yes, I want Justin Jefferson. Yes, I want Jamar Chase. Yes, I want Devontae Adams and all these marquee guys. Everyone wants one of those guys. It's easier said than done. But there is an element, especially for a quarterback, where you don't have to worry about feeding one mouth. You don't have to worry about that one guy not having a target till the third quarter and body language changes and there's passive aggressives. And I mean, we've seen this play out on sidelines for as long as the NFL has been in existence. That's real. Like coaches feel it, coordinators feel it, quarterbacks feel it, and then you can start pressing. So I've always thought if you don't have like the marquee guy, like the dude, mm-hmm. having a bunch of really good, solid, reliable, any guy at any moment could take the game over, make the big third down, make the big touchdown, I actually think is easier on everybody. I don't want 3 number 5 receivers. Like that doesn't help me. But if I have like 2 number 2s and like a really good role player number 3, like with Josh Allen as my quarterback is the obvious counterpoint. Like if I have that, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, and their offensive line is great.
Best year, so like take us in 2015, our best year that we had in 15, the year we went to the Super Bowl. We didn't really have a number 1 receiver, right? Like I was our leading receiver as a tight end, but like for Cam and for our offense, every game that we came in, like there was a game where Teddy Ginn would go bananas. Mm-hmm. And then there were games, we beat Seattle only because Jericho Cotchery makes like a sick 3rd and short grab to keep the drive in the 2-minute going. And Philly Brown would pop off in the NFC Championship and have a 75-yard touchdown. And then I would have a big game. And then the running, like you never really had to say, if we don't throw him the ball, we're going to stink and he's going to lose his shit. Like we never had any of that. Like, I think for a lot of quarterbacks, it's easier to play that way depending on the personalities in the room.
Yeah. And it seems like the Bills, they've got good wide receivers.
And their offensive line is incredible.
I'm not saying that they don't have good. They do, but they don't have like the Stephon Diggs that they used to have.
Yeah.
I feel like he was that prime example of a guy that if you don't get him the ball, he might mentally check out a little bit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. It's a very common personality. And I don't mean it as a negative. Like these guys, these top tier receivers, they are top tier receivers for a reason. Their mentality is, I'm the best dude on the field. You got to throw me the ball, get me involved. And that's all part of the deal. Like we all understood that and we were happy that they were in our huddle.
Yeah.
Like that's the reality. So if you can have just a deep, good, solid, but still talented core, but you don't have the elite Justin Jefferson type guy, we've seen it time and time again. You can still be one of the best offenses in football, and then you throw in the best player in football, and Josh Allen is the one that has the ball in his hand on every play, spitting it around. It's more than good enough to win with, and obviously the Bills have won a bazillion games.
Yeah. What's the one team we're not talking enough about 3 weeks into the season?
So I don't know. Tell me who you guys are talking a lot about. Tell me who like your
Chargers. It feels
names.
like the Chargers. You could do good or bad. Chargers, obviously very good. Are we talking enough about the Broncos? Are they actually in trouble? Something like that. I don't know. I mean,
Chargers was the first one that popped in my mind. I just didn't know if you guys have spent a lot of time. I feel like now people talk more about the Chargers, not because of their record. Obviously, they're good. But like Herbert's playing out of his mind, and Harbaugh brings a lot more attention and a lot more credibility and just gets a lot more eyeballs and attention. So they're like my first instinct when people say like, all right, especially in the AFC, where it's like Buffalo, Baltimore, all the Kansas, the Chiefs, like all the usual suspects. But like this year does feel like the year that the Chargers enter like, okay, are we now adding another top tier team to the AFC that it's no longer Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore, Buffalo, and Kansas City as like the clear three-headed monster of the AFC. Again, it's 3 weeks, but I feel like this is the year that the Chargers now enter that conversation.
I agree with that. What about the Seahawks? You called the Seahawks game week 1. Are the Seahawks good? We're going to watch them on Thursday Night Football. I think their defense is really good. I don't fully know their offense yet because even that game against the Saints, like they didn't even need – Sam Darnold was good, but it wasn't like he was in game pressure situations. It was such an avalanche that they did on the Saints.
Yeah. And again, I saw him in that week 1 against the 49ers. I'll tell you a team that I have a lot of respect for is the 49ers.
Yeah.
The fact that they're 3-0. Now, do I think – listen, McCaffrey being healthy, he's sick. They think they're going to get Purdy back. They'll get Ayuk back at some point, but like how many of these injuries can they weather?
Yeah.
Right. Now they lose Bosa. They've already been out with Kittle and Purdy for the last couple of weeks. Hopefully Kittle's back here soon. So if they can continue to find ways to win, they'll get back these guys with the exception of Bosa. I think the fact that they're 3-0 is pretty remarkable.
Yeah. Yeah. Mac Jones doing a pretty good job.
I mean, it's pretty impressive that they've been able to keep that thing afloat. Going into the season, they were banged up, and then they lose in week 1. They lose Kittle, and then Purdy and Kittle don't play since. And now obviously Bosa. So I think they're pretty impressive to ask about. Now I saw them play Seattle, and they ended up pulling that game out. There were times in that game where I was like, Seattle's for real. Like this defense is talented. They're good at all 3 levels. They might not have like a superstar. Leonard Williams is probably a superstar on the defensive line, but they're just like really good at all 3 levels. The Seahawks offensively that day, they were just okay. I think they've played better in the last 2 weeks since I saw them last. I like Sam. I think he's a good fit with Kubiak's system that he's bringing in is kind of very similar to what he did in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell. Is anybody a better quarterback coach than Kevin O'Connell?
It's hard to. I mean, like
maybe
you're a veteran
McVay. Yeah.
I'm not like McVay's sick, Shanahan. I mean, there's a million good coaches,
but yeah,
what he has done with veteran quarterbacks, his last 3 in a row, he got Kirk Cousins paid $1 bazillion off of an injury. Obviously, what he did last year with Sam, and now, granted, it's a small sample size with Carson Wentz, but like,
can he do it with Desmond Ridder? That's the big thing. They signed him. I think he's going to try to like go for the moonshot and be like, "Watch this, guys."
Now he's just showing off.
Yeah.
It's like a foster home for dogs, for older dogs.
Yeah.
I will find this quarterback his forever home.
Yeah. He's getting guys paid. Greg, this has been awesome. I got one last question for you. It's a Roback question. RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Roback.com, promo code TAKE. What game are you on Sunday? Orioles, Yankees, White Sox, Nationals. What game are you doing Sunday?
I'm actually in Ireland.
Oh.
At 9:30 Eastern.
Whoa.
So
Cricket?
8:30 Central, doing the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers from Dublin, Ireland.
Oh boy, body clock issues.
Yeah, what's your travel schedule? I know we make a big deal of that. Are you flying out earlier in the week or are you flying out late?
Flying out Thursday. I'm going to try to get on local time. So I'm flying out Thursday. I fly from Charlotte. Going to connect through Boston and then go direct Boston. So I get in like Friday morning at 5 a.m. Dublin, like local Dublin time. I have no idea like how time zones work. I'm horrible at it. Are they might be like six. I hate to say this. Every time I say 6 or 7, my kids like look at me funny. I have no idea how many hours ahead it is. But I land 5 a.m. local time. I'm going to try to power through the day, get on local time, and
I'm excited now.
I've never been there before. Have you guys ever been to Ireland?
I have. It's incredible.
It's awesome.
What do I got to do? What should I do?
Drink a Guinness.
Drink a lot of beer.
The Guinness is better in Ireland.
Can I tell you guys something that is probably going to be bigger than Sport Coat Gate, Umpire Gate, and all my other controversies?
Tissue Gate.
Yeah. That's just, I don't know if that's a gate. That's just bad friends not telling me.
Again, you have incredible blue eyes. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm staring at them. Okay.
Fair. Thank you. I'll take that.
Yes.
And this is probably not going to go over. I've never drank a Guinness in my life.
Okay, so you got to have
it. It's good. It's like a beer milkshake.
Everyone keeps telling me that I need to have one because it's so much better than American Guinness, and I keep just saying like I don't even know what American Guinness tastes like. So I feel like I got to have.
Yeah, go drink a
Here's
Guinness.
my question: should I have an American Guinness before I go?
Yes, you should. You should go to the store.
Compare, or should I let my first ever Guinness be an original?
No, you should go into like a shitty bar. And then if they have Guinness, be like, I'll have one Guinness, please. That way you get a baseline for Guinness. And then you go over to Ireland, and then you can come back and be like, oh, it's so much better over in Ireland.
Do that.
You don't even know.
Do that.
Okay. That's fair. That's good advice.
You'll have a great time over there.
Also,
you should actually wear, like, you should go full Irish, dress in the booth. Put on the scally cap.
Yep.
Maybe like a nice wool vest over a plaid undershirt.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, really play it up.
That'd be sick.
I don't hate it.
You look good.
I don't hate it.
By the way, we should mention.
But would I get made fun of by the bar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're setting you
up. Which is
up.
pretty much the only reason to do it.
Yeah. Right. Let us have something to talk about. By the way, you're wearing the hat right now. You think it's your podcast. I went on it. It was so much fun. Everyone should go listen to it. Greg interviews different people talking about being a dad, a mom, kids playing sports. It was really fun. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And I got bonus points. People were like, my wife was like, oh, that was a good interview. I was like, thanks. Thank you for listening. Awesome.
I can't thank you enough for coming on, dude. Obviously, your audience and your personality and everyone loves you. And it was a huge boost for us. So as I texted you and I've said to you 1,000 times, I owe you and I appreciate you coming on, dude. It was a huge.
You could pay me back. You want to pay me back?
Yeah, what do I got to do?
Scally cap. Sunday morning.
Scally.
Yeah. How seriously do you take?
Could I have a razor in the bread? Like a razor?
Yes, be a Peaky Blinder. Oh, just think about it.
Now you got my brain moving.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Just think about it.
Do I get into character?
Okay.
Do with an Irish accent the whole game.
What you could do is you could also wear a kilt, and nobody would know. It'd be
That's true.
It'd be underneath the.
Is it kilt Scottish or Irish?
Scottish.
They do in Ireland too, though. Yeah.
All the same thing.
You can do that in Ireland.
Yeah.
Got it.
They've got regalia.
Bagpipes. Play some bagpipes.
Yeah.
That's Irish.
Or just do the job drunk. You can be drunk on the air in Ireland.
Yeah.
I think it's mandatory.
Can I have a Guinness?
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
Yes.
You're allowed in overseas. The rules don't apply, right?
Yes,
exactly.
It's acceptable.
Exactly. Also, congrats on the U being back.
I was waiting. Thank you.
You guys are really good.
Congrats to me as well.
Yeah.
Weird schedule though for them. They go bye week, Florida State bye week.
Yeah, that's good. Rest the boys up.
Great for you.
I don't know, man. I always worry like when a team's rolling, having too much. Like I'm good with a bye week before Florida State. It just makes me nervous that they're going to have to go bye week and then get back rolling against Florida State. All right, fine. Well, but then they got to go like bye week again. And then I think they play like 5 ACC games in a row to follow that second bye week. So, I mean, they're awesome. Mario Cristobal, I've known since I was a kid. That's my guy. Love him. Text with him all the time. Like, super happy for him. I just hope that we just make it to the college football playoffs. I'm dying to go to a college football playoff game, and I've been waiting for Miami to make it.
I think you will. I bet on the U to win the national championship. I think that they can. And
I think so too.
I might be wrong, but I feel like if there's one coach that's going to be able to handle bye week, it's probably Mario Cristobal.
Yeah.
He's not going to let them like take a break. He's going to be in their face. He's going to remind them. He's the good guy to steward that.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, they're not going to be resting on their laurels very long.
Yeah. All right, Greg, you're the best. We love having you on. We'll do it again later in the season. Good luck in Ireland, and let us know how that Guinness goes.
I can't wait. I'll have a full report back. I'll talk to you guys when I get back.
All right.
Love that.
Thanks, Greg.
All right.
Greg Olsen was brought to you by our great friends at Fox One, where you can stream your favorite live sports so you never miss those "Did you see that" moments. That means Fox NFL Sundays are now on Fox One. Fox One is built for live, edge-of-your-seat plays, jaw-dropping highlights, the kind of moments that make you shout in your living room like you're at the stadium. It's NFL Sundays, all streaming live the way it was meant to be watched. It's also the best way to stay locked in on your action, whether you're sweating your fantasy matchup, tracking a parlay, or just riding the chaos live as it happens. Start your 7-day free trial today. Offers are subject to change. Go to Fox One for complete terms and conditions. Fox One, we live for live. Streaming now. And before we get to Goose, Goose is brought to you by Twisted Tea. It's the refreshing hard iced tea made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol. Twisted Tea is the perfect alcohol to keep the good times going all season long. Whether you're hanging out at a friend's house, catching a game at the stadium or at the bar, or just seeing where the day takes you, Twisted Tea is there to turn your day up a notch and make a good time a great time. Twisted Tea is delicious. I like the half and half. I like all the flavors of Twisted Tea. Get a twee. Twee up. Grab a tea. It's game time. Stock up on ice-cold Twisted Tea today. And now, here's Goose.
Okay, we now welcome on very, 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 very special guests. It is the guys from Goose, the band. We got them all here. We got Rick, Peter in studio. We got Trevor and Cotter in the booth. Did you want to say something? You click it. Have you guys
just getting ready? You know?
Yeah. Have you guys ever done a podcast, all four of you?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You have?
I think so.
We don't do a lot of them, but for sure.
Yeah, because I was going to say the flow. I don't think we've ever interviewed 4 people all at once.
4 guys at once?
Yeah, we've never done 4 guys
a
at
lot
once.
to take on.
I don't know if we can handle it.
One time.
Hope you guys stretched.
So what's up, guys? Good to see you. You're in Chicago. You're on tour. How's the tour going? Let's start with the easy question.
Good.
All right, that was a good answer. Good answer. Good answer, like Family Feud.
How much longer do you guys have on the road?
2.5 weeks.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Is there a show that has been like the standout show, like music from a musical point of view? Has there been one that's like, we are just now starting to like get it together? This sounds awesome. We're at our peak right now.
Like on this tour?
On this tour, yeah.
I feel like there's been like 1.5 shows on this tour so far.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Wait, so do you guys ever walk out of a show and like one of you is like, that was fucking awesome, and then another guy's like, what are you talking about? Like I didn't feel it the same way.
It's happened before, yeah.
Yeah. Do you talk about, because I read a story once that Trey, like they made a rule for Fish that they don't talk about the show right after the show.
They all, yeah.
And they just kind of like go in their own moment because they don't want to, if someone had a great show and someone didn't, they don't want to ruin that feeling. Do you guys have something similar? Or when you get off the stage, are you like, oh, we thought that was great, or this needs work? Do you analyze it right away?
There's no rules, around it. I think if like the impetus is there to talk about it, then we do.
Yeah.
Or we'll just go and play Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That works too.
Yeah.
How long does it
Depends on the
take
night.
you guys to like come down from a show? I would imagine you don't sleep right away.
No, it takes a bit.
A couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours.
Yeah.
What's the day-to-day like for you guys on a day where there's a show?
Well, it's pretty chill. You kind of you wake up, hopefully sleep in nicely, get some good sleep, and then just kind of have a few hours of the day and just do what you want.
We don't have a cream team, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I wish we had that.
Yeah. Well, no,
good
you're
for morale.
lactose intolerant, and I apologize to you, but then I
You could have a
basically
coconut cream team.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was like, Peter was like, I can't have ice cream, And then I was like, I'm sorry about what I'm about to say, but I don't believe in anything you say with lactose intolerance.
Why don't you prove Big Cat wrong?
Love that.
You got to smell it to believe it.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you say sleep in, like how late are we talking about?
I don't know. If you're lucky, you get to noon.
Yeah.
Schnoon.
Yeah.
I woke up at 12:30 today.
Oh, that's
there was a lot of, I was up for a while earlier, but
Yeah. So you guys have a new album, Chain Your Dragon, that was released like 3 weeks ago. Awesome album. I guess my question is, how are you guys able to make really good albums as a jam band? Because that does, it's not like, you can't do it, but the Grateful Dead, they're not known for their albums. Fish isn't known for their albums. You guys are able to make really awesome albums and then also really awesome shows. What is that? How are you doing it?
Well, thank
Kind of
you.
a loaded question.
Thank
But
you,
I mean that. Like
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I don't just put on like Working Man's Dead or something. Like I put on a Grateful Dead show. And for you guys, I do both.
Yeah, I mean, not trying to compare, but like I think we just generally like making albums.
Yeah.
Going to the studio. So it's just fun, and when we get to do that process, it's like it's kind of a blessing,
Yeah.
because we have to play a lot of shows, and then it's nice when you actually take the time to work on the songs, and that's it's like the shows kind of just are always happening, but when we get that time to go to the studio, it's really special.
Yeah. How long did this album take you guys to make?
we banged that one out pretty quick. Actually, that was kind of part of the intention of it. This is compared to other projects we've done, it was kind of like, all right, this stuff wants to be a band in the room, kind of just banging it out. So for all intents and purposes, we knocked it out in like March of this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it is interesting when you guys are songwriting and you think about writing something for the studio. Do you also think about how that's going to translate into how you perform it live and the space that you're going to leave for yourselves to go on like the long improvisational runs inside of a song that might not have those in the studio?
It used to be more of an afterthought. The recording things in that way was kind of like an opportunity to leave that mentality behind and explore different aspects and approaches to things that we can't do live. But oddly enough now, maybe it's, kind of where we are now. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm finding myself thinking about that a lot more when we go to track something, and just like, it's just more present of thinking about how it's going to happen live.
Yeah.
That's cool. What about you guys in the booth? How do you guys...
What does Booth think about that?
Yeah. Chime in, Booth.
The booth concurs.
Yeah, it's cool to like approach the record versions of songs in a way that's cool for the record, and the live versions in a way that's cool for the live show.
Yeah.
And like we don't have to be a jam band in the studio. We could just be a band and maybe do some things differently than we would live.
Yeah.
And then live, we're ripping the fucking crunchy jams.
That might be the answer to it right there, because it is like I said, it's when you guys release an album. I mean, I've listened to Chain Your Dragon like start to finish a few times, and I don't do that for other jam bands. It's no knock on them, but it doesn't translate as well studio to live show.
Yeah, and there's been times we've gone to record songs that we've been playing live forever, and we'll go into the studio and kind of revamp them and look at them in a different way.
Yeah.
And that's always cool to do.
Do you guys have any songs that when you recorded them, you kind of fell away from them and you're like, yeah, not my favorite, but then as you start to play them live, they almost get a second life, and now you really enjoy performing the songs live that you don't necessarily look back on and say, that's a great studio track?
I don't think so. I feel like maybe there's some fans that maybe feel that way, but I feel, generally not exactly.
I feel like there's this trend of like, sometimes we put out a new single or a new song or something, and I don't want to play it.
Okay.
Kind of like,
Yeah.
like, we play a new record? No, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then eventually you come around and it's like, all right, let's do that.
How does the set list come together every night? Are you guys setting up, like, before you go out there, you're like, this is what we want to do tonight, we want to change it up this way? Because that is one of the best parts about a jam band. What you guys do is that every night's different, which probably is a little cumbersome, just that, where you're like, we played that last night, can't play it tonight. But how do you guys like figure out what the show's going to be?
Various aspects of the equation.
Like, how does it start? Do you say, Rick, do you like, hey, we're going to play this tonight?
Well, it kind of starts with the stats, I would say. On some level, like doing the
I pull up some stats,
the password work
of like what you've played.
Yeah, what we played, where, when the last time we played it was, stuff like that. Put together a list.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And then we kind of go off of that list and, you know, create an order and kind of, you know,
hone from there.
What stats are you looking at? Like if you see a song you haven't played in a while, then you're like, we have to play this one tonight?
Mostly
or it's like
regional stuff, like, you know.
Yeah. What we played last time in that city.
Yeah.
Or something.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Give them a show that they truly haven't seen before.
Try to shake it up.
Yeah.
And then do you like stack some shows, or are there some nights where you're like, yeah, we're just gonna do this, and people are gonna go nuts for this? Like you you just know like, hey, we're gonna play these
sometimes
songs.
like,
and
we need to throw it down.
yeah, we're gonna tonight's gonna be the night.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, also, you know, you never know what night's going to be the night in reality, because like you can stack a set list and go out there and just it's not happening.
Right.
On the night when it's really the night, you know, like it could be the worst. It could be all your worst shit, and
Right.
it's still gonna go hard.
Okay, so off that question, I've always wondered this, because what you guys do is very, very hard, and jam bands like going out every night playing a different set list. On a given tour, let's say there's 20 stops on a tour. How many of those 20 are you like, holy shit, that was like 10 out of 10, we were in the zone?
It ranges from tour
Really?
to tour for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know, I think there's like some tours, you know, thinking about it in like the grander thing, you know, perspective is kind of interesting. You know, some tours you're just like deep more in the pocket than others, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, but can you guys feel when you hit the zone, like on stage, you're like, oh, this is, how quickly into a show are you like, yup, this is going to be one of those nights?
Sometimes it's right out of the gate. Sometimes you're like out of the gate, at least personally, speaking, I can only speak for myself, but like you get in there and it's like, oh yeah, we're good. The hose is active here. And then, you know, by the end of first set or into the second set, it's gone. Like, you know, you lose it. Or sometimes it's the other way around. It starts off rough and you find it second set, whatever. You know, it's all of it.
It's got to be an incredible feeling when you do find it, I would imagine. And the crowd, like going to a bunch of, you know, Fish and Dead concerts in my life, like when you do feel like they are locked in, it's like there's nothing better. I would imagine that you have that
when
feeling
things are
on
clicking,
stage.
it feels definitely feels good.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like the crowd energy plays a big role too, especially in the jam band scene.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
kind of an intangible thing, but sometimes I feel like if the crowd's bringing the energy right off the bat, it kind of fires us up and we're all in it together.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever compared peaking? Like, does your peaking feel different from your peaking?
And the best is when we all peak at the same time.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
That's the idea.
But isn't that the ideal situation? It's like we all peaked during the second set, you know, like 8 songs in, we all shared that moment together. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's the goal.
It definitely,
Sure.
Yeah.
it definitely varies a lot. I think everyone's perspective, you know, is so dependent on like how much ice cream you had that day.
Yeah. Wait, so talking about the crowds, when you guys started out, I would imagine, you know, you're playing to smaller crowds. That has to be difficult. Was there a moment along the way where it like started clicking and the crowd started like knowing the songs, or the crowd started being more reactive and you're like, okay, this is actually going to work? This is
definitely at the King's Rook in Erie, Pennsylvania. That's when it all clicked.
Oh,
That's where it all happened.
We played a lot of like really bad shows.
But so was there a moment though where it like kind of flipped, where when whatever year it was, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, there was like a moment in 2018 when it was, we drove out. We had like a tour in early 2018, and it was out to Colorado and back basically. And on the way to Colorado and on the way back from Colorado, we played in Covington, Kentucky. And we really like, you know, it's kind of like the first taste of the fire we got. This one kid like saw we were on the schedule for this club, The Octave in Covington, Kentucky, and checked out our album and dug it and passed it around to he had this like group of friends. They called themselves Flavortown.
Okay.
And they were just rowdy, like, you know, it's basically Cincinnati, Ohio. And they're just like, it's rowdy, you know, group of friends. They're great people.
Loved music.
Yep. And passed the record around. So they like learned the songs. We went and played this show at this club and thought it was going to be a shit show, just like all of, you know, the gigs we did at that time. And, you know, this crew, it was only maybe 10, 15 of them, but they like knew some of the songs. They were singing along. They were just throwing down, bringing a ton of energy. And we're like, oh my God, this is great. And then, so we went back like 2 or 3 weeks later after the Colorado run and I guess word spread or something, and that was kind of like the first, I don't know, a couple hundred people there maybe.
Yeah, a lot more people came out.
Yeah.
And then we went back like 3 months later and did a 2-night run that was just totally packed.
That's awesome.
Shout out Covington, Kentucky.
Yeah. That's
Underrated music.
kind of where the fire started.
Yeah.
First on board.
Were you guys in the van, living the van life at that
Definitely.
point?
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Was that what was the first vehicle that you guys took on tour? Do you remember it?
I had like a 40 350.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Van life, I kind of miss van life. We used to have. Oh,
We were
actually,
just
got
talking
one.
about
I have 2 vans.
Yeah.
I can
We
show
were
you
like-
guys our vans.
Hell yeah.
we would love to do like van life again.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
a period of time.
It's
We-
fun. You bond a little bit. You go through the shared, like
definitely.
the bad experiences actually end up being some of the most fun experiences
Yeah,
that you have out on the road.
Come up with a
Yeah.
lot of stupid ideas that are
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
you know?
just the hours sitting together and
Yeah.
like coming up with dumb shit.
Yeah,
Just-
shared
yeah.
experiences. Yeah, we're not accomplished musicians like you guys, but the podcast, like we used to travel as like just 4 of us in a shitty van, and now we have like an RV and a whole staff that goes with us, and it definitely changes it a little bit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Trevor got a CV radio installed in the van at one point.
Oh hell yes.
And we put out a 1-hour compilation of CV radio moments that we recorded on the road.
incredible.
Called it Nightshade.
Nice.
Talking to truckers and shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Did you learn the lingo?
What was your handle?
It was Nightshade.
Nightshade.
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
He's just really requesting a lot of radio checks. It's like Nightshade requesting
radio
radio check.
I think the antenna was kind of fucked up, so we didn't really,
We got
there was
a
like-
couple bites.
there was a
DJ
couple
Quack
bites.
Quack. was
DJ
pretty
Quack
good.
Quack Quack.
That was
Quack.
coming like kind of near Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
it's
We're
kinda
out there,
rush
DJ
Quack
hour.
Quack Quack.
We know you.
I love those.
Have some of whatever that guy was having.
Is there a venue or a city that you guys really want to play at that you haven't played yet?
Sphere. I told you guys got to
Sphere
would be
yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
Close to
Definitely would be
Sphere.
sick.
I don't know. I just like playing outside in like a field, Just like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were just at the Gorge in
hell
Washington,
yes.
and that's definitely my new favorite venue. For
You
sure.
like outdoor concerts more than indoor?
I like arenas too. I mean,
Yeah.
good theater. They're all cool. They all have their different challenges and aspects of why they're dope.
Yeah.
I mean, a hockey arena is pretty like a
It's sick.
kind of run down hockey arena. Is
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Barn,
Yeah. That is awesome. What do you guys, this might be a tough question, but jam band fans, there's a lot of gatekeeping. Do you guys consciously think about, like, there's a lot of, well, Goose isn't Fish and Fish isn't Dead, and like, they want to be Fish, and like, do you not even pay attention to that? I think it's the lamest thing ever, but it does happen.
I mean,
where
it's like the same as like sports fans.
Yeah.
where they get really passionate about their team, and they're like, the rest of these teams suck.
right.
But it's like, at the end of the day, they just love the sport.
Yeah.
Some people are cool about it because they just love music. And some people are like, my team's the best and the other ones suck balls.
But it's like, but all the teams are really good. Like, that's the part. Like, I always laughed when like a Fish fan would be like, oh, I wouldn't ever listen to the Dead. And it's like, what? Why? Like,
Yeah.
Trey loved the Dead.
Yeah.
You guys, I assume, loved the Fish.
Yeah,
So it's like all these things linked to each other.
Yeah.
And it's cool that it keeps going, and there's like this line that you can chart.
Yeah, it's silly, but I feel like it shows how passionate the fans become, especially because there's like stats, like people have these special moments with jam bands where they're like, I got my song
Yeah.
after going on this crazy journey in my van across the country. And so it's become such a personal thing. Like they wear the colors of their favorite band.
Yeah.
So it's just because they're more passionate than your average music fan, I think.
Yeah.
I think if you have people that are like that, it is a sign that the genre as a whole is doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? If you get that fired up about it.
For sure.
So what would be, if you're not a fan of that genre in general, what would be the gateway drug for people to get into Goose? If there's somebody out there that's listening that hasn't listened to your music yet, just like they're a fan of pop music, what would be that gateway drug for you guys?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's probably you guys.
I was gonna
more
say I
qualified to
can
answer that than us.
I can
Yeah, I don't
answer
know.
because I obviously knew about you guys for a long time, but it didn't. I always think with jam bands that like you can't force it. It either clicks or it doesn't. And like so, Dead clicked for me when I was 13 years old. Fish was a little bit later. And then you guys, like I would listen to some stuff. I remember the first one I listened to was you guys doing The Way It Is with Bruce Hornsby. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Awesome version. And then like probably 4 or 5 months ago, it finally clicked with you guys, and it was Arcadia Hunger Site with Trey, and then it was hot tea. And that was like, and I was like, oh fuck, I get it now. Like I get how awesome these guys are. So I think that's kind of how it works with jam bands. Maybe I'm not wrong, but it's like you hear one song live and you're just like, yep, now it all makes sense, and then you just dive into everything.
I would guess it's different for everyone. It could be like different songs for any person. It's just you never know when those moments hit you. They come to a show and someone walks out and be like, that sucked. Nothing spoke to me. I was like, all right. And then the first half sucks, and then something happens. We play some song, and for whatever reason, that moment they're just like, oh, and then you get a bug and.
The aha moment.
And then you get curious and dig deeper and are more open at that point.
Do you guys have that song for Fish or Dead that it was like, oh, that's it?
I feel like when I first started listening to Fish when I was like 14, I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And then my buddy brought me to a show, and I was like, holy shit, this experience. It was at Fenway, my first Fish show, and I had been there to see the Sox a bunch as a kid. And going there and seeing that scene, I was like, this is a wild time. All these people are crazy, selling drugs and sandwiches and stuff.
And it's flawless. Yeah.
I don't know, like the adventure and the like freak scene of it all just really appealed to me. And then I immediately started liking their songs more just because I had a blast at the show,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Do you guys have one that you like, it was like, oh yeah, that clicks now?
It wasn't one thing. It was like, it was friends' older brothers that were talking about it, and it was like, oh, okay, I'll check that out. And I got a live one and spun that on repeat, and kind of, I feel like things that have been the most impactful musically speaking for me are things that need to like decode over time.
Yeah,
and like that. It took a minute for that to seep in, but it wasn't like I didn't dislike it out of the gate, but it was kind of like, whoa, this is a whole new world. There's a lot going on here, and it took a minute, and there were definitely moments when there were like these clicking moments of like understanding the scope of what was going on there in various ways. But it was also DVDs. Like I got a bunch of DVDs at that time. And
Bittersweet Motel.
For sure. Yeah. And then like the It Festival.
I was there.
Yeah, nice. I admittedly like I just love that era.
Yeah,
I know it's like a little getting close to the rails, but I love the way they were playing.
It is like the jam bands are a little intimidating to like get into at the beginning, just because it's so deep and there's so many shows and like it's almost like trying to figure out a way to get into like an inside joke, and you're just like, how do I figure this all out?
Like a new language.
Yeah, right.
You like need a guide,
right?
Like a shaman that takes you along the way,
right?
Yeah.
That's like such a valid thing. Talking about the Dead, that I think like going over a friend's house and pulling some bongs, and then him being like this, and playing it and being like, whoa. And having those moments, that's the stuff that speaks to you.
The
and most.
The beauty of it, whenever anyone asks me like, what's your favorite Dead song? I'm like, dude, it literally like changes every month, because I'll hear a song from a show from 40 years ago and be like, whoa, okay. I didn't hear them ever do it this way. And now like I'll listen to that. And so that's the cool part, where it's like, I don't even know what my favorite song is week to week, because it changes, because it's like an ocean that you can just keep exploring. So
very much so.
It's cool. Yeah.
When you guys play a show, how quickly do you try to get that show mixed and put up so that people can listen to it at home?
Almost like 30 minutes after.
That fast?
Ideally.
So you finish playing the show, and then who mixes it afterwards?
Well, it's being mixed while we play.
Right.
So we've got like a live stream going on for pretty much every show we do, and that's going on nugs.net, and it's like, you can watch the video, and then somebody's mixing the audio in real time, and then right after the show, it's just like cut up the audio and like upload it.
Yeah,
that's kind of the flow.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool for your fans. When did you guys start doing that, as opposed to like recording and then putting them up later?
It took some time.
In 2018, we were kind of more selective about it, because no one knew who we were or gave a shit about what we were doing. So we were kind of like trying to just put out a bunch of stuff and build a catalog on the internet and build like a presence and kind of our own little world there. But we were definitely more selective about it in the beginning, and then at a certain point it just became everything.
Once we had like consistent recordings, I think that was kind of like a big turning point. For 2018 we were mostly just like, oh, do you guys have this type of mix board we can record on? Okay, great, we will. Otherwise, too bad, When
did we start rolling with our own
was like 2019, right? The beginning of the year.
Yeah, so
January.
We built our own rack system where we were running our own monitors and be able to record, everything at that point consistently. That was a huge turning point for us.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a moment where it became a thing that you knew that you could be successful at, like make a living at? This is my career. I'm going to be in this band and we're going to do well.
I mean, you kind of like when you're going for it, you have to be naive enough to think that it could work, that it can happen, but in retrospect, you don't realize how naive you are going for it, just being like, yeah, this is what we're doing,
Yeah.
we're going to go for it. And then, like the long, you go, and we were fortunate enough for it to work and to really so grateful for everything that it's unreal, honestly. But yeah, just like looking back, it's like, wow, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, or like how much work it really would take. I think, there was like early 20s. I was like, yeah, we'll get a band together, play like a couple festival sets, we'll be good. Like that's it. It's over, It's like, no.
Just many years of grind.
Yeah. Until like 15 years later, like, all right.
People talk about a big break, but there's usually not a big break. There's usually like a slow, steady build that you're committed to. And then doing it the hard way, that's how you make sure that you have a long career. If there is a band or an artist that has a big break, it's like very easy for that person to fall off.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that groundwork that they've already built up to.
It's kind of like one-hit wonder.
Yeah, and you got jam bands by nature, like you're not going to have a one-hit wonder that played on the radio, so it's going to be a slower grind. Have you guys thought about like how far away you are from taking like a 5-year hiatus and then coming back and being better than ever?
Probably pretty far.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because everyone's got to do it, right? Like you guys got to break up for a few years, then you come back, and everyone's like, "Holy shit, they're better than ever." They found their love for it again. All right, so we're far away from that moment.
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Think so.
Okay, all right.
Pretty sure
it's gonna happen. One of you, whoever wants to come on the podcast when that happens, to tell your side of why you broke up.
Oh God,
you want to be the first.
VH1 behind the music.
Yeah, but then again, remember, you're gonna come back better than ever.
Yeah, the comeback tour.
Yeah, I mean, Fish is like that. They took a long time off where everyone's like, "Is this over forever?" And then now they're better than ever. So,
yeah.
Okay, let's go. What era?
Let's have the conversation.
What's your favorite era?
No, let's stop.
No, they are awesome again. But yeah,
they're amazing. I've seen them a ton.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever beat that Fenway show, though.
I mean, the Fenway show was one of
90s.
their first shows back for 3.0 in 09. So I've only seen the latest rendition of Fish. I didn't see him in the 90s.
Do you think they were better in the 90s?
I love the 90s sound. It's a little more, visceral, crazy. They're more put together now.
Yeah.
Someone said they're like more like storytellers now, and they're less like they don't have that like aggressive, youthful energy.
Yeah.
But it's all great.
What was it like when you guys had Trey play with you? Like that was, I mean, he's done it a couple times, right? But the 2022 in New York?
Yeah,
like,
the tour, and I mean Radio City especially was really special, and that just kind of came out of nowhere.
And like that had to have been, I mean, it's not like he's knighting you guys, but that does feel like a big moment for the band, I would assume. Like,
it was wild.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Super
I mean,
surreal.
he's such like a kind, gracious, humble guy that when you hang out with him and you don't, it's easy to forget how surreal that is. And then there's moments where you're like, wait, how is this happening?
Yeah.
How did that come together?
I mean, I don't even know.
The Radio City thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember. Like, I feel like he reached out. Do you remember?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. We talked about a time with management.
Yeah.
Trying to make something happen. We knew he was a fan and listening to music and watching the streams.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't like planned months in advance. It was kind of like
spur of the moment.
Yeah.
He's going to be at a time like let's do it.
None of that was on a microphone, but it was a cool story. No, basically the answer was that it was you guys knew he was a fan, and it was kind of spur of the moment. Like,
yeah,
here we go.
He was local, and
Did you know he was going to stick around on that tour?
We eventually planned the tour.
Yeah.
For later that year.
He's just like, you mind if I just keep sitting in?
Yeah.
No, that night it was kind of like we had talked about 2 songs or something. And it was kind of like, you want to just stay?
Yeah, you want to just
He was
hang
like,
out for a
yeah,
while?
sure. I was like, all right, great.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna stay.
That's fucking awesome.
It was amazing.
That's incredible.
And then the tour was. I mean, I think they did a tour with Santana early in their career, and Santana kind of took him under his wing and took them under his wing, and that was a really special experience for him, I think, and I think he wanted to pay that forward, which is says a lot about who he is. And,
Yeah.
And also revisiting a lot of old like rundown hockey arenas, which was really sick.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun for him.
Yeah.
Was it a little intimidating? You're like, we're playing with Trey?
Just a little.
Yeah.
Did it make you better?
What?
Did it make you better knowing that, like, hey, Trey's here, I gotta bring it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's like one of those things I try not to in the moment try not to think about it too much, because then they'll just get deeper down the like, imposter syndrome of it all, whatever. But it's just like you just gotta go show up and do it.
Yeah. Did you ever catch yourself like asking Trey, like, was that good? Like, did you like that? Because I definitely would if I were in your shoes.
Did you? I don't know.
Hey, did you like that? Was that a good song?
Good for you too.
Was that good, Papa?
Please tell me. Yeah, that was good. That was
I
good.
don't know. He imparted a lot of he had a lot of cool things to impart on us throughout that tour, for sure.
What what live show would you tell people to listen to if they were trying to go? I'm sure you guys all have different answers, but let's give the audience a live show they can pull up. Because that is also fun, like part of like being a fan of a jam band is like everyone has their favorite show, everyone has their favorite moment. So what would you guys say your personal is so that you can tell people to go listen to it?
Of ours?
Yeah.
I mean, I would tell people to go watch the video on YouTube of our show at MSG.
Okay.
That we just played in June.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That checks out.
I agree with that.
I don't.
You guys can't all answer that. We got to give 4 different answers.
The one that always sticks out to me is Philly last year at the Man.
Okay.
I mean, that was my first tour with the band, and that I had seen Fish at that venue. I think it was the first venue we played where I'd seen Fish there, and I feel like first set I was just a little nervous. Second set we came out and we were ripping. I think we played 2 songs in the second set.
Really?
And I like the long jams.
There's like 3.
What's the longest song you guys ever played?
I think it's like 40 something minutes.
That's a really fucking long song.
Yeah.
All right. So that was 6/28, 2024. You can go find it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
6/28, and then
And 6/28, 2025.
Wow.
Interesting.
For the Garden.
Oh.
So there's something about that date.
something about that date.
6/28.
Make sure you
Grab your tickets for next year.
Never miss a 6/28.
6/28. When you guys get off the road, how in touch with each other are you? Like, are you guys living close to each other? Do you take some time off? Because that's always an interesting part of the band. Like you're together so intense, and then when you decompress, are you guys hanging out, or are you just like we need a break?
We're not super local. Peter's in Brooklyn. Trev and I are in Connecticut. Cotter's in Burlington.
Okay.
So, but I mean, we're together a lot. We're doing stuff a lot. I think there's not a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
When it comes to a song that you guys start to cover, who typically brings that to the table? Like, hey, I think we should do this song. Is it anybody?
I feel like it's usually Rick. That's what I
can be anyone.
Yeah, but it could be anybody. Yeah.
So has there been a song that's been suggested where it's like, hey, we should try to work on this one, and you guys are like, I have no idea what we're gonna do with that song, and it really came together, and it's like one that you're very proud of now?
There's a lot of. I mean, usually when you do a cover, it's because you like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. For one reason or another. There's like there's different ways into things. I think we find there's different kind of categories or veins, you could say, of covers we do. But a lot of it's just kind of random. Like we ended the show. We've done it before. The What's Up 4 Non-Blondes.
Yeah.
We ended the show with it last night with the Mountjoy guys, and the day prior, like I said, we'd done it before. But the day prior, we were walking through the airport, and it was on in the airport, and it was like, oh yeah, that would be a nice way to end the show tomorrow night.
It might be the best sing-along song ever too.
It's it's like stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I was at like a club once, and Kylie Minogue came on. It was like la la.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this song is hot.
You out of my. It sounds a little like Heard It Through the Grapevine a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't get you out of my.
Yeah, so it's just moments like it's the same kind of thing I was talking about before with the like listen, being shown dead songs with your buddy or whatever. It's personal experience and having like your own emotional connection to certain things, and then finding a way into it and a way that you can make it your own and put your own voice on it,
Yeah.
When you're listening to new music, do you find yourself listening to bands that are similar to you, or do you find yourself branching out and exploring something else?
I mean, that's different for all of us. I would assume. I've listened to for a long time. I've been into just like a lot more modern music. When I was younger, I'd listen to a lot of older stuff. Old jazz, and obviously the Fish and Dead thing was huge, and like a lot of old jazz and Otis Redding and Nina Simone and Wes Montgomery, just a ton of different like older things. And then at a certain point started listening to it started with Fleet Foxes, but I just kind of realizing there's this really transportive modern songwriting production stuff going on that I got kind of taken with, and I've just been super into that.
What about the guys in the booth?
I kind of grew up listening to metal, which is kind of a different, vein than all this. But yeah, try to listen to like all sorts of stuff, like metal, electronic music. I've been really digging this band, Men I Trust, currently. They're super dope. But yeah, in terms of like stuff that's similar to us for sure, and then stuff all over the map as well.
I was a big Zappa guy, and still am.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think that kind of fueled my love for Fish too.
Yeah.
But
checks out.
Now I'm way more open. Like as I've gotten older, I've become less of a snob.
Yeah.
And more just trying to find good music, less judgmental.
Usually goes the other way around.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like I found these like things where I feel like I earned being a fan.
Zappa would be one, yeah.
Like I had to like put the time in to like really understand what was going on, because it's insane. And now I just like, I'm down with whatever, and I think it's dumb to judge music.
Agreed.
Other than whether you think it's good or bad, and that's your opinion on it and whatever.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of great music in all kinds of genres. I mean, I'm like obsessed with Julian Lage lately, who's like a modern jazz guy, which is pretty rare. He's a young, like really expressive jazz player. And this dude, Blake Mills, I've been all about lately. But yeah, pretty much whatever. I'm always looking for suggestions.
I like that. What about you, Peter?
I'm having a pretty good fall because like a couple of my favorite bands are just doing albums right now. So Parcels just put out an album, which is great. Love them. Tame Impala's got a new album coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so
hell
the
yes.
singles have been great. Haim put out a new album. That was like this past summer. I love them. So yeah, like Mac DeMarco put out a new album. So like a lot of my favorite artists are kind of just like putting out music right now, which is great.
Do you guys feel like this genre of music is AI proof?
Good question.
It's a tough one, dude.
Tough question.
Like, 'cause
No one's
who
safe.
knows where that's where that's going.
Yeah,
No one's safe, dude.
The scope of where that's headed is I don't know if anyone's really
Very unknown.
got.
It's crazy. I've been in the like For You playlist that Spotify puts out. They've been giving me some bands that I've confirmed are AI and 100% like built for my algorithm.
Whoa.
That's wild.
And I liked some of the songs, and it's scary because it's like, oh shit, they know exactly how to hit those parts of your brain. But I do feel like with the longer, more jam oriented stuff, the more complicated stuff, it's going to be harder for a robot to synthesize that. But maybe that's just for.
I mean,
I bet a robot can definitely lay down some sick jams.
But a robot, an AI can never play a sick live show. I hope.
Oh, you're daring.
Say that now.
You know what?
Oh my
I take
God.
that back.
They're listening.
This is not a challenge.
We're AI proof because we just get so many things wrong.
Yeah.
The computer would never be able to get the amount of things wrong that we get wrong.
Yeah. Yes, we should make more mistakes.
Yeah,
and
right.
then
You gotta
we're
fuck
AI
up.
proof.
Yeah.
Right.
Your best,
Exactly.
your worst
So you know
shows are
it's
actually,
real.
it's proof that you're human.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you should actually love the bad shows.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, thank God we fucked up that one.
It's real, man.
The robots can't get us. All right, I got This has been awesome, guys. I got one last question, rowback question, rhoback.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase, Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, rowback.com, promo code TAKE. Tires, you're in it.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Because we're friends with Shane. We're also like Francis, who works with us, Feidelberg, who works with us. They were in it as well. It seems like the funnest. Like Shane just gets all his friends to just be in it. So how did that happen? Like
it was there was you get off mic with this. There's a friend of ours who is a big Dead fan and got into us from we were going down to doing the Mexico thing and became close with him, and he works in the industry and kind of connected me with some people and kind of came in that way.
Yeah, more acting in the future.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Kind of want to make some records right now, but
that's fair.
But yeah, I'm down. I had such a blast. Those guys are amazing.
Yeah,
so funny.
Very funny. All right, well, thank you boys for coming by. This has been awesome.
Thanks for having
all
us.
very pumped to have you
Thank
here.
you.
And I did invite you guys to, if you wanted to watch NFL Sunday with us, but I didn't really get any response from that. But you guys are welcome.
I was pretty deep in the ice cream at the time.
Yeah, you're welcome to come back. If you're here in Chicago
Appreciate it.
for a few days, you're welcome to come back.
Appreciate it.
We do the gauntlet too on Monday if you wanted to, and more ice cream.
Hell yeah.
Peter,
More
if you
ice
come
cream.
back, I'll get you some of the whatever. I don't even know. What do you do? You just don't eat ice cream?
No, man. Some of the best ice cream is dairy free.
Oh,
That's just-
so
that's
not
a lie.
true. God.
Listen, man.
You gotta be careful saying stuff.
You might be
Yeah.
the first.
You
Like,
don't even know, dude.
You might be the
You
first
don't know.
rock star that I wouldn't want to trade lives with. You're telling me I can't have ice cream? Like, no, thank you.
Oh man, you're missing out. I'm telling you right now.
I'll say though, actually, he used to make, like, we lived together a few years ago, and he used to make dessert salad. He had this massive bowl. I think we even gave him this bowl for his birthday.
Yeah,
huge
big
ass
giant bowl.
and he would just fill it with like a pint of like Ben and Jerry's non-dairy, and then just put a bunch of shit on top of it.
I know how to dessert, man.
Okay, all right.
That's his way around.
But you
dessert bowl.
you have it easy for a lactose intolerant guy. Like imagine being lactose intolerant in the 70s.
Sure,
Yeah.
nothing.
You got, you
I mean, even when I became lactose
nothing.
intolerant, there was Arctic Zero, and that was it.
Yeah.
Tasted like
He
shit.
had all kinds of stuff.
Wait, you became lactose intolerant?
Yeah, when
So
I
that's
was
again,
18.
That proves that it's not real.
Yeah.
You don't just choose to not like ice cream anymore.
I think you just,
Today I decide.
you just don't like taking a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Like we all do it. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel good after you eat ice cream.
Like, do you think like when I eat 5 ice cream cones on a Sunday, yes, I have diarrhea. Does that make me lactose intolerant?
Not at all.
No, that makes me a fat fuck who can't stop himself from eating ice cream.
Makes you human.
Hell yeah.
Oh, all right, thanks, boys.
Yeah,
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, fellas.
Appreciate it.
Okay, before we get to pardon your take, I wanted to talk to you about my favorite treat out there. It's Reese's. With this perfect combination of chocolate and peanut butter, there's really nothing like a Reese's peanut butter cup. You can find Reese's peanut butter cups basically anywhere. And look at this. What do I got here? Oh, man, the caramel big cup. So not only is it a dynamic duo with chocolate and peanut butter, it's a dynamic duo with chocolate, peanut butter, and caramel. The Reese's Caramel Cup, the big cup. I absolutely love these. Reese's are my favorite little treat out there. I probably eat 1 of these, 2 of these a day. And guess what? I'm living a very happy life because I love Reese's. So shop Reese's peanut butter cups now at a store near you. Find wherever candy is sold. Okay, boys, let's wrap up the show. Great show. Pardon your take. How many people do you think were listening and they're going to correct us on the Russell Wilson thing, and then they're going to get to the breaking moose?
Good amount.
Yeah, fair amount.
Listen, you got to stay loose. You got to stay. We're always moving. We're always flexible. We're like water.
What do you think? What do you think Rusty's going to do now? Are they going to make him like third string, or are they going to make him backup?
I think they got to make him third string because you're basically saying he stinks.
They said backup.
Okay.
Backup. So this is just Jameis Winston erasure.
Yeah, this is bullshit. And I said you got to make him third string mostly because I'm biased and I want Jameis to play.
Yeah.
But-
This is bullshit though.
Still. All right, pardon your takes.
I'm going to hammer Scatterbo this weekend.
If your groomsman whispered to you on the altar at your wedding that the Mavs traded Luka, how would you react? Parentheses, hypothetically, if you were a Mavs fan.
Oof. That would be tough.
Yeah. I'd need a second to collect myself.
That's a bad groomsman. I think you got to save that for after the vows are said. You can't drop a bomb in his ear right before.
Yeah, although if you wait until afterwards, then you kind of ruin the whole vibe of how excited he already is. If you're the groom, what you got to do is you have to let the emotions flow, but then tell everybody it's because you're so emotional about getting married, and that's why you're crying.
Max, are we going to be groomsmen for you?
You guys aren't gonna come to my wedding. I know.
Yeah, we are.
You're not gonna come.
That would be sick if we were just the 5 of us were the groomsmen.
Yeah.
Your brothers just don't get it.
When the preacher says "Speak now or forever hold your peace," I'm gonna be like, AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts okay?
I've been a groomsman in a bunch of weddings. My favorite thing to do right before you go out is just be like, dude, say the word. We'll get the fuck out of here right now. Like I won't judge you. We'll get in a car. We'll get the fuck out of here. We can just pretend none of this happened.
Is anyone taking you up on it?
No, but it does lighten the mood.
Yeah.
It's good. Haha. No, I actually want to go through with this. I don't know what I would do if someone took me up on it. I'd be like, wait, I was just kidding, man. Fuck, we got to do this. What are you talking about? We can't leave. So maybe you can call my bluff, Max, when we're groomsmen.
I think you got to keep that. You got to keep that to yourself.
I'm offended that you don't think we're gonna. I mean, is it gonna be a football weekend?
Nope.
We'll be there.
You got to keep it to yourself if Luka is like in the moment.
Make us groomsmen.
It's travel though.
I thought your wedding was gonna be in the office.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, it's gonna be. We'll have a conversation. It's kind of like an all or nothing thing. We can't. Some of us can't skip. We could skip. You want to skip?
Depends where it is.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards the Caribbean.
I'm in.
All right. No, now we have to go.
You would love to break some Joel Embiid news to Max. At the altar, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey guys, what is the biggest what if in sports that would have changed the entire landscape of what we know today? For me, it's the Bledsoe injury. Without Brady, Peyton dominates and becomes the GOAT. He becomes part owner of the Raiders and broadcasts for Fox. He sits in the booth with the headset and Hank thinks it's weird.
Wait.
He would become Tom Brady.
Yeah, Peyton still would have been Peyton.
He's saying he would have been the GOAT.
Oh.
I thought you were saying that Drew Bledsoe would have done all the things that Tom Brady did.
No, he just said without Brady, Peyton dominates.
Wait, what was the beginning of the question?
What's the biggest what if in sports?
We can go the injury route.
What if LeBron never took
the Ray Allen 3?
Derrick Rose injury.
Yeah, RG3 injury.
Kendrick Perkins injury.
Belichick, Jets.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a really
good what if the Browns had kept Belichick and Saban?
Yeah, if LSU kept Saban.
No, if the Browns had kept
Browns
Belichick
but
and
then they
Saban,
would have been coached the Ravens.
Yeah, they would have been the Ravens
at the same time.
Yeah. Good what ifs.
Carson Wentz never got hurt.
Well, speaking of Carson Wentz, good segue. My name's Michael, and here's my take. Carson Wentz is at the top of Mount Rushmore of edging. As a Colts fan, he edged me for an entire season, and he's done it to multiple fan bases. Is Carson Wentz the GEOAT?
Greatest edger of all time?
Did you feel edged?
I never felt edged. Not once. I never even came close to being edged.
You believed in him for a little bit.
I'm gonna have to do some digging. You definitely got edged.
Got edged.
I think there's enough evidence out when Schefter edged me with the Carson Wentz news, and he teased me with the Commanders might sign Carson Wentz, and I was angry at him for that. So I was never. And then when we actually got him, then I flipped out because I didn't want him. And then of course, like every sports fan, you have to lie to yourself and convince yourself of something. Get worked up about it because, hey, what if Carson Wentz makes me come? And it never even got close.
Never got close.
I faked it. I faked being edged by him.
He is an edger though, but I don't know if he still has it. The edge, I guess we'd have to ask the Vikings fans.
In week one, they won by 40.
Have to see.
Yeah.
He's a big shotgun guy, right? He shoots a lot of skeet. He might be an edger.
Yeah.
All right, last one. What's up, fellas? Big fan. To solve disputes about controversial calls, every ref in the major sport wears helmet/hat cams In the event of a close, controversial call, the first replay of the show is full speed official's point of view. That way, we can at least see what they saw to make a call or a non-call.
It's like the Axon body cams.
Yeah, I don't know if this changes anything because don't we have better views?
Yeah, we have better views, and none of the ump cams really work. They're all jiggly, and when they show a POV review, it makes me more confused about what happened in the first place. It actually does a good job of being ref propaganda.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the question is.
Oh, just to make refs feel better?
So you don't get mad at the refs.
Oh, no, fuck that. No. I want to get mad at the refs.
There you go.
You got to get mad at the refs.
Yeah.
What's the whole point of refs is to get mad, right?
Yeah, and umpires, like Greg Olsen.
Yeah. Okay, good show, boys. Like I said, we're going to do Ryder Cup preview with Shane Bacon on Friday with our picks and preview for a huge football weekend. We're going to do the Lottery Ball Machine brought to you by Jack Pocket. Today's Lottery Ball segment is brought to you by Jack Pocket, the #1 app for ordering lottery tickets on your phone. We're numbers people on the show. Nice PFT. Stats, scores, spreads.
It's
Right
bullshit.
now, the only numbers that matter are the
memes. You can't
jackpots.
cuss in an ad read meme.
Mega Millions and Powerball are getting bigger every week with Jack Pocket. You can pick your lucky numbers or use Quick Pick. Even better, new Jack Pocket customers will get $5 in lottery credits when you opt in and use code PMT2 at sign up. Don't miss your chance to win millions today. Good call on that number.
Really good call.
That was a nice slide
Really
that
good
you
call.
did.
33.
72.
I'll take #1 for America's #1 lottery app, Jack Pocket.
72.
22.
25.
99 put.
699 days for memes. For that. This would be
76.
700 for memes. Oh, 76?
25. Did you get it?
Did you say 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Zach! Yes, Zach! Again! He did it again! This guy can't be stopped, memes.
I'm sorry, Zach. I talked over you when you're doing it. Because I wanted to highlight the fact that it's been now officially 700 days.
Oh, no!
Memes hasn't got it. And Zach, you got it twice.
Oh, let's get a memes lottery ball clock for the wall.
That counts up?
Yeah. Yeah, days since he's never gotten it.
Yeah.
Memes.
Or we could do a countdown until he gets to Hank.
Oh, okay, that works too. Memes. I guess that would double as a death clock for memes.
Yep.
Like that kind of solves both.
Or a death
memes.
clock for Hank. Yeah.
Talk us through this because after Zach got the first one,
He would kill you.
you were fine. This one's gotta hurt.
No, he's just really good at it.
No, it's
He's
gotta
really good at it.
hurt.
It's just really easy.
I mean, Zach, how do you do it?
I just usually go with the numbers that are on the graphic on the Jack Pocket machine.
Oh.
There's 25.
Right
It's right
there.
The
there.
wrong one. I
Right
did that.
there.
I did that same thing today. I did one.
Oh,
Right.
man, Zach, you're so
Says
good at this,
#1,
dude.
Max.
Crazy. So you've got it twice.
Twice, Zach.
No, every ball has its day.
No, but Zach,
No,
you've
no.
gotten it twice in what?
That's
20
not
days?
true, Zach. That's not true.
Yeah, that is just not true.
So 0 for memes.
Incredible job.
Well, I
Zach.
did get it that one time.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you've
I
never
did.
gotten it.
I did guess it right that one time.
I would give you my lottery ball win if I could.
I guessed it right. You still need to acknowledge that I guessed it right.
No, I got it.
How?
I got the number. Yeah, it says right there. I've got
I
8
said
wins.
2 and 2 popped up, so
I've got-
I technically guessed it. I
I've
did
got
not
8.
win it, but I did guess it.
PFT says I have 8 wins, and it says right here that memes has 0 wins on 700
Again,
attempts.
I did not win it, but I guessed it right.
You never gotten it.
Damn, dude.
Zach.
Memes, that is tough.
What a legend.
Memes. I mean, how do you live with yourself? Memes?
What?
How do you live with yourself?
Ruin his day.
My day is fine.
No, it's not.
No, your day's
No,
not
it's not. No, it's not. It's not fun. Zach, great job. Maybe I'm going to tell you something I need you to do for me. Maybe pull Memes aside and give him some tips and tell him how to do this. Can you do that for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Pug, maybe get that for PMTV. Maybe put a PowerPoint together for Memes on how to get the lottery ball correct. That'd be a great PMTV. I think everyone would enjoy watching that, right?
I would.
Yeah. All right. So there we go.
So Zach gets it 2 times on his own.
Yeah.
PFC got it once on his own here in this one.
I've
in this room you have.
I've gotten the lottery ball twice.
No, you needed another man to
This
guess
is
the lottery
sad.
ball
This
for
is
you.
really sad.
sad,
This is
man.
really sad. You're lashing out. This is really sad.
Cuck.
Oh,
This
memes.
is sad memes.
Or Zach, yeah, please, PowerPoint. I actually like to attend as well. Just kind of breaking down how you get it right so often.
I think it'll be a fun group project.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Not a group project.
Love you guys.